inside the broadcast booth here from Starkville Academy here tonight as the Lamar Raiders back on the road for another week. And I'll just be honest with you folks, this is going to wrap up the regular season road trips here tonight. Raiders have had a pilgrimage all over the Magnolia State this year, and it ends here tonight here on the campus of SA against the Volunteers. And, of course, your Lamar Raiders trying to lick their wounds from a tough trip to Hartfield last Friday night. Of course, this is your pregame show powered by Burns & Burns. Of course, big thanks, as always, to our friends over at Mattress Express by Woodstock for helping us with our Jacob Land Coaches Show. Always appreciate the time Jacob gives us every week before the broadcast. Well, welcome Drew into the broadcast booth here. Drew, we've made it to this final three-game stretch, and we've been talking about this all season. Once you got into this portion of the schedule, the ante is about to be picked up a pretty good bit, and now the big games are here.
No doubt. We're now at that time of the year where it's all the fun and games are over. We're now starting to think about the seeding in the playoffs time of the year. This Lamar Raider football team comes into tonight's contest with an overall record of 6-2, 1-1 in district play. As Rob alluded to just a few seconds ago, Lamar coming off a 42-7 defeat by Hartsfield last Friday night in a game which, folks, to be quite honest with you, Hartsfield had too many players, talented players at skilled positions. It was just a bad matchup for Lamar. And but the good news is that Lamar, from a health standpoint, came out of there relatively okay. But we are still, from an injury standpoint, we're about a week or two away from getting several of our key guys back. But tonight, our Lamar Raiders, once again on the road playing Starkville Academy. And this is a matchup, guys, that every time Lamar and Simpson get together, it's always goes down to who's got the ball last. And tonight, I expect a similar type of game. This is these two teams are evenly matched, and the winner of tonight's game has a leg up from a seeding standpoint. So going into the playoffs, so listen, folks, this is a big time football game for our Lamar Raiders.
And if you folks are with us during the coaches show just a few moments ago, you heard me lovingly joke with Jacob Land about this. I'm just going to call it, the MAIS may send me their grief through email or whatever, but this format has got to be changed within the MAIS with the Division 1, 2, and 3 playoffs now that they have. I've had folks approach me all week trying to explain how this new system works. All we know, folks, we're taking this week by week and game by game.
I mean, we're not going into detail of how they've come up with this. All we know is that the winner of tonight's game has a leg up from a seeding standpoint, as we get into next week. Because, folks, I'm telling you, man, we're, like I said, playoffs start three weeks. Several weeks down the road, we got 3 more regular season games, and that's it. This season, this season has just flown by.
Well, it always does, and it's amazing. We were sitting there in the stands at South Choctaw Academy back in middle August, and now we're sitting here in middle October. So that just shows you how quickly it does go by. But Drew, before we get into the starting lineups here for offense and defense for Jacob Land's Raiders here tonight, I guess it's important to let you know who has officially been ruled out tonight. I guess that's the best way of starting off there. We're not going to go through injuries, what they are. We're just going to tell you who is not playing here tonight. I'm not going to go into specifics. I'm going to be fair to the kids on that and not disclose any of that information. But the players who are not in action tonight, who are on the sideline in street clothes, are going to be Robert Gardner. You got Jaquan Slack, Gavin All, Ashton Jones, and Hamp Harala is going to be out tonight as well. So, Drew, that's a couple of holes and some guys. We're going to talk about the lineups here in just a second, but we're going to have some new faces and some new spots.
Well, but we do have a little bit of good news as Kari Towner will be back in action tonight. He'll be starting on the defensive side of the ball at strong safety. So that's a huge plus for our Lamar Raiders.
And the thing about it is, I want to clarify this. He is going to start on defense. Not sure if he's going to run the ball at all tonight. I don't think the coaching staff is all too comfortable with putting him in the backfield yet.
I totally agree.
I think that's a good call. Hold back on that maybe for another week or two. But let's go ahead and dive into the starting lineups. Drew, you take the offense. I'll take the defense.
All right. Starting quarterback for your Lamar Raiders, Sully Reed at running back, Samuel Roberts at the H-back, Walker Mims at the 3 wide receivers, Jalen Trotter, Jackson Whitcomb, Benson Oates. On the offensive line, Henry Pruitt, Brett Calvert, James Ross, Hayes Lancaster, and Nate Lee.
All right, that's your offensive starters, and here are the starters tonight on defense, and here are the changes on defense. Now, Samuel Roberts is going to get the start tonight at one of the quarters with Jaquan Slack not being in the lineup tonight, but we do have Mikael Willis in the lineup tonight at one of those other corners. Your free safety tonight is going to be Jalen Trotter, and as Drew mentioned, Kari Towner is back in the lineup. But on the defensive side of the ball at strong safety, two new faces at linebacker tonight. All right, your 2 outside linebackers. Drew, are you ready for this? Briggs Calvert, and you're hearing this right, Sullivan Reed. Sully is going to start at one of the outside linebackers. So you can see with some of these injuries, Sully's going to step in and play both ways here tonight. Of course, our 2 middle linebackers, I'd hang my hat on these 2 guys any day of the week. Tyler Brown, Luke Morrow, and in the interior, Luke Brady on one end, Caleb Randall on the other, and Nate Lee playing both ways tonight down in the trenches at nose. So, Drew, you see the changes. Usually you see Harala at one of those linebacking spots. Sully's going to slide in there. You know, you're asking your quarterback to now play the linebacking spot. But you know what? When you get to this time of year, when you got folks down, you got to put your thoroughbreds out there.
I was going to say, you got to play with what you got. And with limited depth that Lamar has on their roster, Coach Jacob Land, pretty much, he's got, pretty much one hand tied behind his back. And he's got to do what he's got to do. As Rob alluded to, putting Sully Reed at that outside linebacker position. That's your starting quarterback. That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
But I don't know what other option he's got.
I mean, right now, folks, we went over all the information that was brought to us here before we went on the air tonight, and basically with the injuries / whatever you want to call it, folks that are not dressed here tonight to participate, you have to include the 9th graders that you brought up, which we're going to get into 9th grade talk here in just a minute because we got 2 that we're going to see here tonight on each side. But altogether, the bodies that are dressed tonight to participate for Lamar is at 35. That's with the guys that moved up from the junior high squad. Of course, their season ended just over a week ago. And, Drew, I want to talk about the youth movement here tonight because we went through a youth movement inside of our league a couple of years ago or several years ago with George Wilcox and Wyatt Bond at quarterback.
Right.
Well, guess what? We're about to usher in a new youth movement here tonight. That's at running back for both schools here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks, if you don't know the name Joe Morrow, well, you get ready because you're getting ready to hear his name a lot here in the upcoming years. This is a young man that came up from the junior high ranks and tore that up this year. And he came onto the scene last Friday night against Hartsfield in the second half and ran the ball 11 times for 75 yards, including our lone touchdown. Folks, this is a young man. He is going to be fun to watch for years to come. But I hope we see some fun moments from him tonight.
And, of course, when I talk about youth movement, the leading rusher on the other side of the coin for Starkville Academy is their 9th grader, Lawson Mullins. Now, he's been playing the entire season, and he's their leading rusher coming in. So maybe we've got something starting to creep back into the mix in the youth movement with 2 9th graders here tonight.
Well, I mean, when you got 2 9th graders that are as talented as these 2 young men are, you got to play them.
Yeah.
And so, we're going to see some. This Mullins kid we're hearing from Starkville Academy, he's got elite speed. He knows when to make cuts. He has no problem hitting the holes. And this is a kid kind of like Joe Morrow.
Yeah.
They're very high on. So we're going to see these 2 young fine men for the next several years.
All right, captains are about to make their way here to the midfield stripe area. Lamar is going to have 3 captains out there tonight. Looks like the Raiders are going to have Samuel Roberts along with Luke Brady. And your 3rd captain tonight is going to be Ryan McDaniel's going to get one of the captain slots here tonight as those 3 young men make their way out here to the 50-yard line to go over the instructions from our officiating crew here at Starkville Academy. Of course, Lamar has just come out of the locker room. They have made their way down to the far end of the stadium here, and Starkville Academy is going to be running out here to our left through a big Starkville Academy inflatable helmet. Drew, temperatures here, of course, it was a little warm when we got here to the stadium tonight, but the sun has now gone down. It'll cool down a little bit as ball rolls on here tonight.
Yes, a very comfortable night of football here in Oktibbeha County. And I tell you, as Rob said, it got up to about 90 degrees today, but as the sun dropped below the tree level, the temperature quickly dropped. We're sitting at about 77 degrees right now, and a very, very comfortable night. A cloud in the sky, and a very comfortable night of football.
Yeah, the wind is not blowing a lick. I'm looking at the American flag off here to our left in our broadcast position. It's not blowing a lick, so we have no wind here so far. And Lamar has won the coin flip here tonight, and Lamar wants the football right out of the gate. And Lamar will be receiving the football and moving left to right here on your broadcast tonight. As I tell you what, I got a little excited when we got down to the field tonight. Our good buddy Hob Carlton is here tonight.
Yeah.
He's got his camera out. Hob is absolutely one of my favorite Raiders of all time. He's going to school up at Ole Miss right now, and it was just a thrill to see Hob tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a soft-spoken young man, and it was awesome to see him here tonight.
It was good to see the governor and the lieutenant governor together again. You know, Charlie Ballou is going to be our future governor, and of course, Hobbs going to be the future lieutenant governor. They were together. So here comes Starkville Academy, led by Chase Nicholson. Chase is in his 10th season up here at Starkville Academy. He's done a marvelous job. They're wearing those same, royal blue jerseys with the orange and white and, of course, balls written across their helmet here tonight. And here comes the Lamar Raiders to the far end of the field wearing their white jerseys on the road here tonight with those dark blue numerals outlined in white and red, and, of course, the blue pants with a red stripe down each side of the legging. And, of course, that new tradition, that scripted Lamar across each side of the headgear, led by fourth-year head coach Jacob Land. And, of course, I'd say this may be one of the biggest academy games in the state here tonight, with Lamar at 6-2 and Starkville at 5-2. We're going to step away for our final commercial break before we get into kickoff. Let's take 2 minutes down the line, and when we return, we'll have kickoff of Lamar and Starkville Academy next here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Shows here on campus at Starkville Academy. And Drew, what's going to be the key to a Raider win tonight?
Well, this is a very big and very physical defensive front from Starkville Academy. They like to get off the line of scrimmage very quick. I think offensively we're going to have to mix up the snap count a little bit, throw some screens. You got to slow this defensive front down. The running game, we got to run the ball just enough to be efficient. But if we win tonight, it's going to be because of our passing game.
Nathan Miller will kick this one all the way into the end zone for Starkville Academy as the Raiders will start 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And, Drew, here comes Sullivan Reed, the junior starting quarterback, to lead the troops out here.
Well, Sullivan Reed comes into tonight's ball game 77 for 138. He has thrown for 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's just shy of 1,500 yards on the season.
I want to say a big hello to our good friend Matt Boone. Of course, he is watching tonight. He's missing his first game in 4 years. Matt, we're thinking about you, obviously you and the Boone family here tonight as we get rolling. From the 20-yard line here, Sully will lead the troops out 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Of course, you got Samuel Roberts in the backfield. Mims will be in motion to the far line of the line of scrimmage there. A little bit of motion right there by the Raiders, and not how you wanted to start out activity tonight, Drew. I can't see who moved on that far side of the line, but did not want to have a 5-yard penalty out of the gate.
Yeah, I think it was the left guard.
So, not the kind of start you wanted here tonight up in Starkville, as it'll be 1st and 15, back at the 15 now for Sully and the troops.
Well, right now, Sully, coming off a subpar performance last Friday night in the passing game, expect him to have a bounce-back effort.
Well, Samuel Roberts is going to be tattooed for a loss back at the 11-yard line. So you have a 5-yard penalty, now loss of 3 or 4 yards, and, boy, the Raiders are moving in the wrong direction.
Yeah, right first play, we saw how aggressive this defensive front is from Starkville Academy. Coach Jakes Nicholson, he relies on his defense this year. 2nd
down and 19 right here for the Raiders after that penalty and a loss on the play. We're just underway. Opening drive of the ball game here tonight up in Starkville. Roberts in the backfield. You got 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Roberts is going to split out, and Sully's going to take off with it on a quarterback run, and he's across the 20, and he's going to get some good yardage up across the 20, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds somewhere in the neighborhood of the 22. So now that brings up 3rd down and about 7 or 8 yards here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a very manageable 3rd down coming up after that designed quarterback run by Sully Reed. That play was basically just to get yourself in a third down and manageable situation, and we did just that.
Trips to the near side, 1 to the far side here for Sully and the troops on 3rd down and 8. Roberts is your tailback. You got Mims, Oates, and Whitcomb to the near side, and Jalen out there to the far side. It looks like they do have a little safety help if they need it on Jalen. On 3rd down and 8 here for Sully. And it's going to be a play-action fake. Sully's looking down the field, and he's going to pump fake, and he is surrounded. And that big defensive front flexes its muscles for the first time tonight. Pocket collapsed around Reed, and he's going to be dropped back at the 19, and that's going to force a very quick 3-and-out here tonight.
Well, right there, I really thought that Sully had enough time to throw the ball right there. Somebody from Lamar down the field's got to get open.
All right, so now you're going to have Briggs Calvert. I told Coach Jacob Land during warm-ups tonight, I thought Briggs kicked the ball well last week against Hartfield Academy.
He kicked the heck out of the football last Friday.
He's going to be standing back at the 11 here. Snapback is clean, and it's going to be a rugby-style kick, and it's going to be angled over here near us. And they're calling poison to get away from it here on the near sideline. It'll go out of bounds, Drew, right here at the Lamar 49-yard line. So that's where the Volunteer offense will start 1st and 10. No score. We're just underway. 10:24 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Starkville right off the bat will start at the Lamar 49-yard line. They will start in really good field position to start their first drive of the night.
Northcutt will be the starting quarterback. You talk about a youth movement. This young man is a 9th grader as well. Northcutt back to throw, but first we're going to have some laundry dropped on the far end of the field, and this penalty marker looks like it may be some motion. Obviously, yes, it is on Starkville Academy. That marker is brought to you by Citizens National Bank.
Yeah, Starkville Academy on the right side had some pre-snap movement and backed them up 5, and they'll be 1st and 15, and it'll be Starkville Academy 1st and 15 at now their own 46-yard line.
Tell you what, Starkville Academy's offensive line's nothing to sneeze at. They got some
No.
physicality on the far end of the line right there. All right, here's the first handoff of the night to Mullins. He spins in the hole, and he's going to get across midfield and get back to the original line of scrimmage. So he got the 5 back, and that's going to bring up 2nd down, maybe a little less than 10 yards.
And right off the bat, I mean, we see Mullins, you know, the young freshman running back, right up the middle, a nice spin move, and a nice about 6-yard run sets up a 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Pistol formation for Northcutt in the shotgun with Mullins right behind him, and they're going to run it with Mullins again, and Mullins is going to squirt free for a few more yards until he runs into Tyler Brown and company right there as he'll get down just inside of the 44-yard line in Raiderville, and it'll be 3rd down, and I'm going to call it about 5 here, Drew.
Yeah, you mentioned Tyler Brown. He comes into tonight's contest, guys. Listen to this. 100 tackles on the season coming into tonight's ball game.
And also Corey Towner, good to see him back on the field. He was in the mixture on that stop as well. All right, 3rd down and 5, ball just inside of the 44 in Raider territory. Northcutt is back to throw. He's under some pressure. We got a penalty marker down the play. It's caught for a 1st down, but where the penalty marker was thrown, I'm like you, Drew, I think it's holding on Starkville, and that should be another marker on the Volunteers, brought to you by our friends at Citizens National Bank.
Yeah, and that's a huge penalty on Starkville because that would have been enough to move the chains for a 1st down, but that will be negated, and that will put Starkville Academy in about a 3rd down and 15 coming up.
Drew, a little bit of nerves in these two clubs right now, some early penalties. We've seen 2 pre-snaps, 1 on each school, now the holding. So, you know, both teams know this is a big game here tonight, so you're seeing a little bit of laundry early.
There's no doubt about it. This is a huge football game between Starkville and Lamar, just for no other reason, just from a seeding standpoint in the playoffs. And but once the nerves will settle, this is going to be, I'm telling you guys, relax. This is going to be a great football game.
Trip to the near side, one to the far side now. Northcutt is rolling down here to throw the football. He throws it down the field, and it is incomplete. I think even if he makes the catch down here along the near sideline, he was going to be out of bounds nonetheless. He was looking for a receiver down here, covered up right there by Samuel Roberts. Good job in coverage there. So incomplete. So the penalty put him behind schedule. They will be forced to punt.
Yeah, nice defensive stand there for Lamar as Starkville started this drive at the Lamar 49-yard line, but Lamar's defense really did a nice job there of not allowing Starkville to drive down the field, and Starkville will be punting the ball as we got an official timeout on the field.
Hey, we had some gloves from somebody fell off. That's a first.
Okay.
Yeah, your kicker out there I think is going to be the place kicker. He's out there to punt this thing, Drew. I think that is Miller once again here. Jalen Trotter standing back at the 20-yard line waiting on the kick here. It is kicked away. It's a boomer.
Yep.
Oh, it's a boomer. It is going to get over Jalen's head, go to the end zone. Ball go to the end zone, and, yes, it did get into the end zone. And the Raiders nearly touched it. Oh, they're going to say it's down at the 1. Or is it in the end zone?
No, they're going to say he's down in the – it was in the end zone.
Ooh, okay. I thought there for a minute Starkville was going to get to the football at the 1, so the Raiders will catch an enormous break right there on the bounce, and Lamar will set up shop 1st and 10 from the 20. No score first quarter, 8:47 up on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard.
Yeah, I wouldn't – like I said, we saw right off the bat, we were told that Starkville Academy had a very aggressive defensive front. We saw that the first time Lamar got the ball. I think – don't be surprised if Lamar kind of offensively mixes it up, maybe throw some screens, because you got to do something to slow this defensive front down.
Well, Joey's in the backfield. There he is. Joe's in the backfield. Joe Morrow, here we go. He's in the backfield with Sully. Here's the play-action fake tomorrow. We're going down the field to Jalen. He makes the catch across the 30. He'll be tattooed at about the 33, 34-yard line. Gain of just over 13, 14 yards. 1st down, Lamar. 1st down, Raiders. First time tonight we get to mention our friends over at David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Yeah, a nice throw and a better catch right there for Jalen Trotter. But I like the throw because Sully threw that ball only to where Jalen Trotter could catch the football.
From the Raider 34 here on the near hash mark, Sully goes right back to work. Here's the first touch of the night for Morrow, and Joe somehow got free. I think we had a penalty marker down over there where Joe was running the football up to near the 40. Drew, you think face mask?
I think it's an inadvertent face mask on Starkville Academy because the initial contact was up high. And they're pointing towards Starkville Academy, and I believe that is going to be.
It's going to be the 15-yarder.
Yeah.
15-yarder. That's another marker brought to you by Citizens National Bank, so that will equal a first down Lamar. First down Raiders, powered once again by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. And Drew, that's going to move it all the way to the Volunteer 47.
Yeah, huge penalty right there on Starkville Academy. That'll give Lamar a first down. We were told don't be surprised if we see Joe Morrow early in this ball game, and sure enough, second possession of the ball game, he's in the backfield.
Welcome to varsity football. He's not scared. Mims in motion out to the far side. Here's another touch to Joe, and Joe is all the way down to about the 41-yard line. That's a solid 7 yards right there from little Joe Morrow.
And I mean, he took that ball north-south, from the time he touched the ball, and a nice about 8, they're going to give him about 8 yards on the play, second down and 2. The nose of the football is almost touching the Starkville Academy 40.
All right, you got Whitcomb and Trotter down here to the near side. I'm like you, Drew, right here. We always say it. Playbook's wide open here on second and short.
Oh, ain't no question about it. I wouldn't be shocked if we take a shot down the field here.
Trotter in motion to the far side now. Now back to the near side again. Here is the play-action fake. They're going toward Trotter. They got Trotter, and Trotter makes the catch.
Yes.
Did he hang on to it?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's a catch. That is a catch.
But it doesn't matter because we got a penalty marker back here at the line of scrimmage. Now, was it one of those rub routes on offensive pass interference potentially? No, it's an illegal man downfield on Lamar.
Wow, well.
So it negate the yardage as Lamar had an illegal man downfield. Drew, Trotter went in motion back toward the line of scrimmage, then came back here to the near side, and there was evidently a man just too far down the field.
Yeah, it looked like one of our offensive linemen had gotten, was blocking his man and just got I guess he got, too far past the line of scrimmage, and Lamar got hit with an illegal man downfield.
So penalties have ruled the first quarter so far. No score with 7:08 to go here in the first quarter here at Starkville.
But what I do like offensively, I've noticed they're bringing Trotter in motion a lot, the first couple of possessions of this ball game. I like that.
2nd and 8. Here's little Joe Morrow again. This time Morrow's going to get punished pretty hard. Back to what was the original line of scrimmage, and now it's going to go back up to, it's going to be leaving further than that maybe. 3rd down and a little over 10 yards now back at the 47.
Well, Morrow tried to bounce it to the outside right there and kind of hesitated. And this defense front, we were, we knew coming in this was going to be a big challenge at the line of scrimmage. So, like I said, that's why I think our passing game, we got to run the ball. We just enough to be efficient to keep this defensive front honest.
3rd and 10 for Sully and the troops at the 47, play action fake, and Sully's under a lot of pressure. He gets away from it. The lights went dark here at the stadium. The lights just went off here on the near side, and now they're back on. How convenient is that?
Whoa, no, that can't happen.
And now Jacob Land is beside himself. And how convenient is that as Lamar is on offense, the lights go off, the whole bank of lights goes off on this side of the stadium, and Sully gets sacked back here at the 40. I think they replay this down.
No doubt about it. No doubt. The officials are talking about it. They're talking about it. So there's no doubt about it. That can't happen.
And now the officiating crew is going to come over here and talk to Chase Nicholson. And I tell you what, this entire bank of lights behind us here in the press box went off. And that's the reason I hate these dead-gum flashing lights at stadiums.
That can't happen. That cannot happen. They got to replay the down.
Well, we had a bunch of garbage that happened over at Hartfield Academy last week that was awful. And now the play's going to stand, of course, and they're going to have to punt the football away. Jacob Land is beside himself, and I don't blame him one bit.
See,
this is the kind of stuff, it's just convenient that happens when you're on the road. Wow.
That cannot happen. I mean, you had a bank of lights completely go out. I mean, half the field was completely dark.
How are you supposed to play in that? I mean, folks that are watching on our live stream, they know what we're talking about. The entire lighting system behind the press box went completely dark. and the only lights you had was on the opposite end of the field.
I think they may be replaying the down.
They ought to. Yep, they're going to replay the down, so they're going to get this one right, Drew. Looks like they're going to get it right.
They should. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
And the Starkville folks, I don't hear any murmuring just yet, but I think everybody in the building realizes, I hear some boo birds coming out now, but that's just home. That's home stuff there. But we're going to replay the whole down right here.
Yeah, that can't happen, and it's an obvious decision.
All right, they're going to replay the down, so 3rd and 10 back here at the 47, so let's just act like that never happened. I'm assuming the clock is actually running, so under 6 minutes to go, which that's kind of a moot point right now. As Sully is going to take off and run with it, and when all is said and done, it's going to be back to the line of scrimmage anyway. So quarterback run goes by the boards, and Lamar will now have to punt it on 4th down.
Yeah, I guess Coach Jacob Land, he spreaded them out, went 5 wide right there. Apparently he saw something there that he liked, and but it backfired on Lamar and set up a 4th down and 10 coming up.
Well, now Jacob Land is beyond the numbers out here. He's looking toward the clock, and I'm kind of with Jacob on that. The clock was running on that play. Now, Jacob is going to take a timeout here, and I tell you what, let's sort all this out. We're going to take a break on our end of 1 minute. 1 minute here on 97 OKK. All right, welcome back in here. First play after a lengthy timeout was a punt by Briggs Calvert that was down by Luke Morrow down at the 20-yard line. So, Drew, that was just a funky sequence that just happened.
Yeah, a promising drive there after Lamar picked up 2 first downs, kind of sputtered around midfield, and Lamar had to punt the ball away. And it looks like we are starting Starkville's second possession of the night at their own 20-yard line. With 5:23 left to go in the first quarter, we got no score.
All right, here comes Northcutt in the offense now. Boy, what about this? 2 freshmen back here, quarterback and running back. And they're going to hand it off to Mullins right here, and Mullins is going to be upended. He got upended hard at about the 26, 27-yard line. I think Jalen Trotter, either Tyler Brown was there to shoestring tackle him, but still a nice gain of nearly 7 yards.
Yeah, that's, like I said, a nice run right there by the young freshman, a gain of about 7 yards, set up a 2nd down and 3 coming up for Starkville.
Drew, the way this thing is playing out, I know we're only in the first quarter, but this seems like it's going to be one of those in the trenches, just a back alley brawl.
It always is when you got Starkville and Lamar.
Here's Mullins. Oh, boy, Mullins is just going to be slung down by Jalen Trotter. He just got his hands on his jersey, but he's going to get a first down up near the 32-33, but there is a penalty down. Now, did he get him up by the horse collar?
Well, the official near the play didn't throw the flag. It was an official on the back side that actually threw the flag, so we may pick this up. I don't know.
All right, as the head official here coming out to let us know here, and nope, they're going to call it. Horse collar, 15 yards on Lamar. Wow. Tell you what, this first quarter has been dominated by flags. And, Drew, You know how I feel about that. Sometimes when you start out this way, the line's drawn with the officials, and it could be one of those nights where we're going to see a lot of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you hate that sometimes.
Yeah, but they're calling it on both teams, and that 15-yard. The only thing that kind of irks me about that is that the official that was right there on the play was not the one to call it. It was the official on the backside coming toward the play, toward the official in the middle of the field.
All right, so 1st and 10 from about the 49-yard line, and here is the toss down here to the near side by Northcutt. But look at that Raider defense. They come in and knock him down. Samuel Roberts comes in and makes the stop, along with Sullivan Reed on defense. So Sully and Samuel combined for a 1-yard loss on that pass completion.
Well, Samuel Roberts was the first to make contact right there. Nice open field tackle right there, and then Sully came in to kind of finish the job, and nice short gain there of about maybe a yard there was a loss of a yard. So that's a 2nd down and 11.
Trips to the far side, one to the near side here for Starkville Academy on 2nd down and 11 out near midfield, and Northcutt rolls out to pass. It is complete. We got another penalty flag down, and Caleb Randall got absolutely mugged down here by one of the offensive linemen for Starkville Academy, and Vince would be happy about that one. It'll be a holding call, obviously, on Starkville Academy, brought to you by Citizens National Bank. Drew, there was no doubt on that one.
Yeah, that was pretty clear cut right there. And Starkville Academy will back up 10 yards right here, and this will set up a 2nd down and about 21 coming up.
I couldn't even see Caleb Randall. That's how mugged he was down there on the field. So,
well, I mean, you caught it this first quarter. I mean,
there's no flow to the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a flag-heavy first quarter by both teams, and there's no flow to this game early on.
All right, 2nd down, and back to that plate of lemon pepper chicken that Drew had earlier.
Awesome.
It was good, wasn't it? 2nd down and long here. Here's the fake pitch to Mullins. Northcutt rolls out to the far side, completes it up around the 45 in Starkville territory. Lamar will finally collar the receiver over there near that point, and I think they're going to mark him down at about the Starkville 46 or 47. That will still bring up a 3rd down and about – ooh, they marked it a little further back maybe. Actually back here at the 44.5, so 3rd down and about 15.
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation if you're Lamar, one of the defensive backs for Lamar, keep the play in front of you. You can't lose. You've got to, don't give up a shot down the field. Keep the play in front of you and make the tackle.
And, Drew, the way this thing's been officiated so far, don't give up a cheapy foul right here either.
Absolutely.
So
cannot give up a bust in the secondary here.
3rd down and 15. They're going to hand it off to Mullins right here. Nice tackle there from the back end, and you know who came in there to do that? That was Tyler Brown once again. And that's going to be a gain by Mullins of about 3, maybe 4 yards, and that's going to set up a 4th down and 12. And, folks, I hate to sound like a broken record, but a penalty flag bogs down another drive here in the first quarter. Starkville appears to be punting here. Drew, 3:29 to go here in the first quarter. No score.
Well, at 3rd down and 15, Coach Chase Nicholson decided I'm just going to play this safe and run the ball. And I really think that was, you really at where the ball is, you can't, force one down the field and get it picked off. So Starkville Academy is playing field position as here.
And Miller's going to get this kick away, and it's a nice kick. Trotter calls everybody off, and it's going to take a roll. Probably the only play Jalen had right there is it's going to die down here at about the 4, maybe 5-yard line. I tell you what, we've seen some good kickers this year, but Nathan Miller, the senior, maybe he's got a home down the road here in Start Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you kind of run the ball on 3rd and 15, play field position right there.
Because the way this game is playing out right now.
It's basically it's playing in Starkville Academy's favor because they want to keep this a low-scoring affair and win this game with their defense.
Absolutely. So 1st down and a long field to go here for the Raiders. It'll be back at the Lamar 5-yard line, moving left to right now in the broadcast. And here's the first carry of the night by Tyler Brown, I think, or maybe that was Corey Towner. I could not tell because we're way over here on this angle. But that was Towner, so he gets his first touch of the night. It'll be a positive gainer. Well, Corey got about 5 yards on that play.
Well, like I said, Towner, if you're just tuning in, this is his first game back. He's been out several weeks with injury, and I'm just curious if he's got kind of a pitch count offensively here tonight.
Actually, it was a gain of 4 on that last play, so 2nd down and 6 up around the 10-yard line. Towner stays in the backfield. You got 3 receivers to the near side as Mims goes in motion to the far side now to join Jalen Trotter. And here's the snap, play action fake. Sully steps up. He's running out of room here, and he's going to release the football down the field. Up to Jalen Trotter. And did he drop the football? Sure did. That was a sure enough first down catch beyond the 20-yard line. But, folks, you rarely see it. Jalen Trotter drops what would have been a first down catch, and now it's 3rd down and 6.
And what was shocking is that was maybe one of the easiest catches that he would have had this season. It hit him right in the hands. It was a deep curl route that Trotter was coming back to help his wide receiver and just dropped the football.
It's a big 3rd down here. Lamar needs to get out of this end of the field right here. You don't want to give it back to Starkville on a short field. Empty backfield for Sully here. Trips to the near side, 2 to the far side. So we're spreading them out here on 3rd and 6. And I think Chase Nicholson is going to call a timeout on defense. And that's exactly what's going to happen. We'll step away for a quick 30-second break. No score between Starkville and Lamar. 2:25 remaining in the first here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Starkville now. No score here. We're getting late in the first quarter. 2:25 remaining here in the first quarter. Lamar facing Drew a 3rd and 6 from back at its own end of the field.
Yeah, this is a huge 3rd down and 6 coming up for our Lamar Raiders. If we don't get a first down here, we're going to be punting pretty much close to our own end zone.
Delayed snap right there and incomplete. They were looking for Oates down here, and Drew. The snap happened. None of the offensive line were moving, and that just had misery written all over it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I mean, obviously a miscommunication offensively, and we just, I mean, like I said, an incomplete pass. And Rob, we noticed this last week a lot, man. Lamar offensively is struggling on 3rd down to convert.
Yep, absolutely. Let me get you straight there.
Thank you, buddy.
Microphone's a little cattywampus here. Let's move this around here. Oh. And there you go.
There we go.
You should be good to go.
All right, thank you.
Had to fix a little technical issue there. As Calvert kicks this one away, end-over-end kick that'll take a roll. Starkville will return it, though, from their 45 and stumbling ahead. And that's probably a good thing right there. The returner stumbled down to the Lamar 45, because if he didn't do that, that may have been pretty dangerous right there. That was Blake Little, their senior, one of their big wide receivers there. So, hey, it paid off. Chase Nicholson punts it, pins Lamar deep, 3 and out. He gets the short field at the Lamar 45.
But, I thought that was a really good rugby punt there by Lamar. And
Briggs doing a good job.
Briggs, a nice rugby punt there. But, again, Starkville Academy starting in the Lamar side of the field. The ball spotted at the Lamar 45-yard line. Defense, once again, is going to have to make a stand here.
Mullins in the backfield with Northcutt, and now we've got a snap, and that should have been a penalty flag, but Lamar will eat up Mullins. Actually, was that Northcutt on the quarterback keeper back to the line of scrimmage. So the last 2 snaps have been almost delayed snaps by the center, and the line hasn't moved, but it works out for Lamar this time. No gain, 2nd and 10.
This timing of that first down play by Starkville was thrown off by the snap, and Lamar defensively ate it up. And this is what you want to. You can't give Starkville first and 5, 2nd down and 3 and 4 and 5 here tonight. If they do, then we're going to be in trouble.
2nd and 10. Now they have Mullins in the backfield and a blocker next to Northcutt there in the backfield. And Northcutt's looking to throw the ball one-on-one down the field, and that may be PI on Lamar. Yeah, I think so. Yep, 2 flags come in. And the only reason I say pass interference, folks, because Roberts never turned around and
didn't play the ball.
He didn't play the ball, and that's going to be interference on Lamar. So that's pretty clear cut.
Yeah, that's PI 10 out of 10 times, right there. And Lamar is going to give up a 15-yard PI right here, and this will move the sticks. And Starkville Academy, probably by the time they spot this ball, will be near the Oh, Lord.
About the
Inside
30?
Yeah, around the 30-yard line.
All right, so, and the bottom line, folks, is I'll take that penalty. I'll be honest with you, because if he doesn't interfere there, it may be a touchdown.
Well, I mean, the wide receiver had a full step on our corner, so.
All right, here's the handoff to Mullins, and he's going to be ate up. Morrow got there along with Luke Brady, and I tell you what, give several other guys assists on that play, and they're going to cut Mullins down, for a loss on the play. They're going to mark him down for about a loss of 1.5 yards on that play.
Yeah, I mean, nice. Lamar defensive front got off the ball really well right there and got into the backfield, and a loss of about a yard or two right there. And this is where you want to put Starkville Academy second down and long.
50 seconds and counting remaining here in the first quarter. Still no score, but Starkville's in decent shape here. Second down and just over 11, just outside of the Lamar 30-yard line, moving right to left here on the broadcast tonight in Starkville. And Northcutt's back to throw. We're coming on a blitz, and we just missed him with Sully getting on his case. But Tyler Brown will catch up to him on a shoestring tackle. When one guy misses, another one shall back up there, and that was Tyler Brown. He's got to play somewhere next year. He's unbelievable.
He is. Tyler Brown didn't give up on the play right there and was able to get a shoestring tackle from behind right there. And, folks, I believe that's going to be the last play of the first quarter from Tibaha County. And, folks, we got a nice little slugfest here at the end of the first quarter. We got no score between Lamar and Starkville Academy. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Lamar Raider football right here on 97 OKK.
Broadcast, no score. Starkville Academy will be facing a 3rd down and 11 as play resumes here on the near hash mark, near the 30-yard line in Lamar territory.
Yeah, got this passing down situation. Got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Northcutt is back to throw. He's running out of room back there in the pocket. He's going to look to take off. He's going to be dropped for a sack. Guess who? It's Tyler Brown who comes in to make the sack, and Tyler Brown is a one-man wrecking crew right now for the Raiders, and that's going to be a loss back here to the 35-yard line. If there's any college coaches listening to this broadcast, shame on you if you're not looking at 26 for your team next year.
Well, you're right. But here's the situation. The ball's spotted at the Lamar 35-yard line. It's in a spot of the field where, I mean, you can't really punt this. It's 4th down and 16, and I would not be surprised if Starkville tries to take a shot down the field and get this first down.
4th and 15. They're going for the Lamar 35-yard line, kind of in that in-between what do I do spot right here. Northcutt is back to throw, but we've got a penalty marker down on the far side of the field, and it is going to be a delay of game call against Starkville Academy, which that marker is brought to you by Citizens National Bank.
Now you might, if you're Chase Nicholson, where it's just going to be around the 40-yard line, where they spot this ball. Now you probably play field position and punt this ball away.
Yep, they're going to bring the kicker out. So they are going to bring the punting unit out here, as it will be back here at the Lamar 40. So Miller, who's a pretty darn good punter, he's already pinned Lamar once here tonight back at the 5-yard line. He'll be back here just outside of the 50 here to punt this thing away. Well, returner should be, nobody's back there. Trotter's about the closest guy at about the 23. Lamar may be playing safe right here just in case, but Miller will kick it away. It's angled, And it is going to take a nice roll into the end zone. So Lamar will catch a break right there, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders here at the 20-yard line, moving right to left. No score. We're just underway here in the second quarter. 10:41 to go here in the second.
Well, Rob, we talked about it coming up on the drive on 45 today. We knew this was going to be a low-scoring game, and this the way this game is shaping up. This is not a surprise. This is Starkville. This is what they do. They try to keep their opponents to under 17 points. They do. They got a really good shot of winning. Offensively we've got to open it up a little bit.
All right, this second quarter powered by All-Star Team Sports here at Starkville tonight. And here is the fake handoff. Sully is across the 30. Here he goes. 40, 45. He's in midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 35, 30. Go, Sully, go. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lamar. Touchdown, Raiders. Sully Reed goes 80 yards on the quarterback scamper, and Lamar is on the board first. 6-0. Go, Sully, go.
Well, I mean, once he got around the end here on the Starkville side of the field, he just simply he made one guy miss, and after that it was a foot race all the way to the end zone, and Sully Reed just simply outran the secondary, and 80 yards later Lamar finds the end zone, and Lamar leads 6-0.
First big explosive play of the night for either offense, and it goes to the quarterback, Sully Reed. Here's a big PAT. Every point matters here tonight. Logan Cross in to attempt the PAT out of the hold of Vowell. The kick is on the way, and oh, my goodness. That was a dying duck to the far side. That's a big miss.
Yeah.
So Lamar does score first, though. 6-0, 10:27 to go here in the second quarter. Back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK. Well, we now have a score on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard here tonight as Lamar goes 80 yards on one play thanks to Sully Reed's scamper. The PAT was no good, but Lamar leads at 6-0 here, Drew. 10:27 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Sully Reed simply just outran the secondary of Starkville Academy on the zone read. He bounced it to the he got the edge here on the Starkville side of the field, and once he did, he made one miss, and then it was a foot race all the way to the end zone.
All right, Crossan to kick this ball away here for the Raiders, and he's going to drive this ball down to the near side of the field. It will be returned from the 9 up to the 20 to the 25. That's Mullins on the return here, and he's going to be dropped just beyond the 30 at the 31-yard line. So that's where the Starkville offense will start 1st and 10 here. As folks, we're sitting at 10:20 remaining in the second quarter. Lamar 6 and Starkville Academy nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I like defensively. I like the way that we're playing so far, especially on first down. We're limiting their yardage on first down. That's big.
All right, here comes the young freshman Northcutt and the young freshman Mullins. That's amazing. You don't hear that too often. A quarterback and a running back, both ninth graders. I think Chase is going to be pretty good on those two positions for a while up here. I tell you what, I will give Chase Nicholson, head coach up here at Starkville, a lot of credit. Drew, since he's taken this job up here, this program has done an unbelievable job.
No question about it.
From the 31 in volunteer territory from the far hash mark, Northcutt will throw the football. It is caught, but look who comes in and makes the stop. Mikael Willis will come in and drive him to the ground. I tell you what, Mikael read that one perfectly for about a 2 or 3 yard loss.
Well, I just love the way we're getting off our blocks so far in this ball game. Yep. We're doing an excellent job of getting off our blocks and getting the open field tackles, and we're getting them low and wrapping up.
They'll actually mark him down for about a yard loss. So 2nd and 11 back here at the Starkville 30-yard line. Northcutt will be in the shotgun, kind of a pistol look right here with Mullins in the backfield, and you got two receivers to the far side and H-back in front. Northcutt will release the football, and it is going to be completed up on the far side. Willis could not quite get the tackle. Whitcomb comes in there and lays a shoulder into him, and it'll be a gainer up across the 35. They'll mark him out. Wow, he got some good yardage up to near the 38.5, but it'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Well, it was a deep out route on the far side of the field, a timing throw that was just perfect, right on the money, and a nice play there from Starkville Academy on 2nd down. It'll set up a 3rd down and 3 coming up. A big play for Lamar defense here.
From the far hash mark, moving left to right is Starkville at their own 38-yard line. 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Pistol look here for Northcutt in the offense. They're going to pitch it down here to Mullins on the near side, and he got to the 40. And, yep, no doubt about it, I was waiting on flags to come in because the Raiders went a little high there on the face mask. So regardless, he was a yard short, but the face mask included on top, Drew, will give Starkville a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to grab it, because, I mean, that was pretty that was pretty
you're going to get your money's worth. You got your money's worth.
We got our money's worth there, no doubt. And Lamar will be penalized 15 yards on the face mask, and it'll give Starkville Academy a first and 10 coming up. This will be near, by the time they get done marking this ball off, it'll be at the Lamar nose of the ball, touching the Lamar 45-yard line.
Lamar 6, Starkville Academy nothing. 9:29 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Starkville back in Lamar territory at the Raider 45. Northcutt in the shotgun, and he's going to hand it off to Mullins. Big hole right up the middle, but look at that punishing tackle by Tyler Brown. He wrapped him up and drove him back. It's going to be a gain of 5, but Brown is putting his stamp on this game early.
That is what you put on a video and say, this is how you tackle.
And once again, right, you college coaches listening, Tyler Brown, Lamar, linebacker, come get him.
I mean,
please.
I mean, there's no reason that this young man should not. I mean, he should be being heavily recruited somewhere at the JUCO ranks for sure.
At the 40 after that 5-yard gain by Mullins. Northcutt in the shotgun. Mullins in the backfield once again here. And they're going to fake the pitch now. Mullins rolling down here to the near side, and it is caught. And, yeah, he got 1 foot in down here at about the Lamar 30-yard line. Nice catch right there. He's one of their big star wide receivers. That's Blake Little, and that's going to move the change for the Volunteers.
Again, another nice little route by the wide receiver, another out route, and the timing of it once again was right on the money. They're taking advantage. We're playing, off a little bit off the line of scrimmage, and they're just running those little out routes, and they're executing.
From the 30-yard line in Raider territory, moving left to right goes the Volunteers. Down here on the near hash mark at the Lamar 30-yard line goes Starkville Academy. 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the far side. H-back out there to the far side of the line of scrimmage. As Northcutt rolls out to throw the football, got a wide open man down near the 22-yard line. Catch was made, and they'll rule him out of bounds. Do we have a penalty flag?
Yep, they're going to get penalized for an illegal man downfield.
He made the catch down around the 22, but you're right, that's going to be a penalty marker there. Illegal man downfield, 5-yard mark off, powered by Citizens National Bank. And by the way, I do want to give a big shout out as well to our good friends over at Tilden Newell Animal Hospital on that big Sully Reed touchdown earlier.
Yeah, going back on the penalty, I mean, that was a pretty obvious call. They had 2 offensive linemen away several yards past the line of scrimmage, and that was an easy called by the officials.
Ooh, the Starkville staff is not happy whatsoever.
Well, I don't know
They're
why.
chewing on this official down here on the near side. The spot and everything is right. It's a 5-yard mark off. The original line of scrimmage was a 30, and it's back here at the 35. And I tell you what, Chase and them are chewing on this white hat out here, but you saw it. So
yeah, I mean, it was no doubt.
1st and 15 from the Lamar 35 now for Starkville Academy. Along the far hash mark goes Northcutt in this offense. He's back to throw, throws it down the field, 101 down the field, and it's caught anyway. It's caught anyway down here at about the 4-yard line. Mikael Willis ran into him, I think, just trying to draw the interference, Drew, but the catch was made anyway.
Well, here's what happened. The throw was off. It was a dying duck. The wide receiver was actually trying to come back to help it to catch the ball, and simply ran into our cornerback, and That's where that was a very hard, because I don't know what our our corner is supposed to do right there, because because he didn't know that the throw was so underthrown.
So the catch is going to count, obviously, no penalty. It's declined. 1st and goal from the 5 now. Here's the pitch play out to Mullins on the edge, and he's going to get nothing. He's going to lose yardage back to about the 7. I tell you what, right now, Lamar is containing him well right now. He's gotten a few yards here or there, but they're doing a pretty good job on the edges.
Yeah, they are. They tried the little pitch play on the far side of the field, and they tried to go wide against our defense, and we did a nice job of getting in the backfield right there. And once again, a nice low tackle and wrapping up, and that'll be a second and goal, a loss of about 4 on the play. Ball spotted at the Lamar 8-yard line.
A little under 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Lamar 6, Starkville Academy nothing. Here's the snap. Here is the zone replay here by Northcutt, and he's going to breeze into the end zone for an 8-yard score as they'll fire the lights here, and we're tied at 6.
Well, I mean, a nice decision right there by the Starkville Academy quarterback right there on the zone read, and just kept it and went around right in. We played the running back, and the quarterback saw it, tucked it, and went around right in, and they just basically, like I said, made one move and into the end zone he goes, and just like that, Starkville Academy ties it up, waiting on the PAT.
Good kicker here in Miller to attempt the PAT. Snapback is clean. The kick is on the way, and it is right down Broadway. With 7:17 to go here in the second quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, Starkville Academy answers back with a touchdown of their own. 7-6. in favor of Starkville Academy. Back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK. All right, welcome back to the broadcast here in Starkville, Mississippi tonight as the Volunteers go back in front here. Well, take their first lead of the night, rather. 7-6 on the quarterback scamper there by Northcutt of 8 yards.
Yeah, I mean, after a scoreless first quarter, both teams here in the second quarter have scored a touchdown. The only difference is a missed extra point by Lamar.
Here's Jalen Trotter on the kick return, and Trotter is going to have a pretty good one right here across the 35, and he'll be wrapped up at around the Lamar 37-yard line. So both quarterbacks have quarterback runs. Of course, Sully had the big 80-yarder on one play on the last drive. And, of course, that last drive by Lamar kind of aided Starkville Academy on 2 plays. Obviously, the face mask was huge. And, of course, you know, the other penalty didn't count, but it was a pass interference on the catch down here at the 5. So.
Yeah, absolutely. A penalty-aided drive there, which benefited Starkville Academy. But, you know, good teams they take full advantage.
Yep.
And that's what Starkville Academy did. They took advantage of their opportunity. And Starkville leads our Lamar Raiders 7-6.
Here's little Joe Morrow, and, boy, they are on to Joe. And Joe is going to get obliterated at the line of scrimmage. I think when they see 20 in the backfield, they're kind of keying on him right now.
Well, no doubt about it, but we got to block a little bit better up front as well. I mean, Joe Morrow, I mean, there was nowhere
for him to go.
There was nowhere for him to go at all right there.
So 2nd and 10 after the no gain there from the Lamar 37-yard line, moving right to left here on the broadcast as Raiders taking a while here to get this new play onto the field. Now they get it. Got plenty of time on the play clock at 14 and counting. Morrow in the backfield, Sully in the shotgun. All the receivers are stacked up to the far side of the field right here. Now Jalen Trotter's in motion, and now he'll go back to motion to the far side. Play action fake. Sully is going that direction, and it is knocked away. That was just a nice play. Nice defensive play right there by one of the DBs there for Starkville Academy to knock the ball away. That is Berkery who came in and knocked it away.
Yeah, and a nice, I mean, that's just a great cornerback play by Starkville Academy. And going back on that second down play, Ryan McDaniel in on the offensive line had a nice block at the line of scrimmage.
third down and 10 here for Lamar at the 37. Raiders are going to have Trotter down here to the near side. Whitcomb out to the far side. Morrow is your tailback. Sully gets the fresh play from Jacob and the staff over there on third down and 10 here. Sully, play action fake, looks back, looks, fires it down the field, and it is, did he catch it?
Yeah, I think, he caught it.
He caught it. Now, is it a fumble recovery?
They're going to say it's an interception. They're going to say that. They're going to say he took it out of our wide receiver's hand.
Sure did.
Going down to the ground.
Wow. Jackson Whitcomb had the ball literally snatched out of his hands at the 45. Wow.
Well,
so that's the way the first turnover goes here tonight. And it happened right in front of the Lamar bench over there at the 45.
Yeah, I mean, we actually caught the ball, and as both players were going to the ground, their cornerback apparently just snatched the ball out of Whitcomb's hands right there, and the official, Johnny on the spot, I mean, he was pretty adamant that that's exactly what happened because he called it right off the bat. And Starkville will get the turnover. And once again, for the third time tonight, they'll start an offensive possession in Lamar territory, leading 7-6.
So that's the first turnover of the evening, and it goes on that, I guess you call that a strip fumble, I guess, right there. They take a shot down the field and nearly had a big play. Whitcomb was in coverage back there. They went for the home run ball, and it just went in and out of the fingertips of the intended target down there. The Raiders just dodged a big one.
Yeah, I no doubt. I mean, Coach Chase Nicholson rolled the dice, took a shot down the field, which I like to call.
I do too. Yeah.
I mean, why not? And a deep post route right across the middle, and the ball was just on the outreach of the wide receiver's hands. And thankfully for Lamar, incomplete pass.
Starkville 7, Lamar 6 with 6:06 left to go here in the second quarter here on the road tonight in Starkville. From second and down and 10 they go now. Raiders coming on a blitz right here, and the ball's going to be thrown away. Smart play by a freshman quarterback. What about that? It'll be third and 10 coming up.
No doubt. I mean, that's a freshman quarterback right there. There was nobody open down the field, and he got out of the tackle box and threw it away and lived to see the next play. Man, that is smart quarterback play.
You don't see that too often from freshmen right there.
You don't.
All right, so after the incompletion, the Raiders trying to stand tall here on defense. Third and 10 from the Raider 45-yard line here for Northcutt in the offense. Two receivers to the far side, two to the near side here. Moving left to right goes the Volunteers. Here comes Northcutt back to throw. He's got a clean pocket back there, good protection, and the ball is intercepted by Lamar. It's intercepted by Kari Towner. Welcome back to the lineup, Kari, as the Raiders will get the ball right back, and it'll be first and 10 for Lamar at their own 35-yard line.
Well, and again, I mean, Lamar defense standing tall. The Starkville Academy offensively is just ruining some really good field position and not taking advantage. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. So, Drew, we're back even now on turnovers. Lamar just had the ball taken away from him on that strip fumble over there at the 45. And now Kari Towner, good to have him back. That's an interception right there. First play is going to be a zone read run here by Sully. Sully's beyond the 40, 45. He is up at 50. He's on the far sideline, and he's going to be upended all the way down to the Starkville near the 35-yard line. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Drew, we're finding something in the zone read.
Yeah, absolutely. As right there, Sully kept it off the zone read off the right side. It was wide open on that side of the field, and Sully just making, once again, another play with his feet. And ball, first and 10, Lamar at the Starkville Academy 35.
Boy, he's got 2 carries for over 100 yards by himself here tonight. All right, first play after that big run by Sully is Morrow is going to get just a couple of yards. He'll get down. Actually, May gave him 3 yards on the play, down near the 32. So Morrow, like a pinball, gets a handful right there.
But, Rob, what I like about it is that we're running the ball against this defensive front. Very big, very athletic defensive front. We're running the ball efficient. We're running it enough, and we've got to continue to run the ball. I like it.
Second down and a short 8 coming up here, just behind the 32-yard line here. From the far hash mark goes Sully in the offense here. Morrow in the backfield, 2 receivers to each side. Second down play, and it's a bad snap.
Get
and Sully's just going to have to gobble it up there at the 36. That's going to be a loss of 4, and now you're behind schedule here, 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate, a bad snap right there by Mr. James Ross right there, and that will a small loss on the play. But that's just a wasted play by the Lamar offense right there. 3rd down and 11.
All right, 3rd and 11 in a 7-6 Starkville Academy ball game, and now we've got a whistle by the head official right here. No timeout was called. And what is going on here? I don't know what was going on. They're going to reset the play clock. They're resetting the play clock. Game clock is at 4:32, by the way, folks, here in the second quarter. All right, they whistle it for play now on 3rd down and 11 from the Lamar. Check that, the Starkville 36. There's another zone replay. Sully shakes off a tackler, and Sully's only going to get down to maybe the 33.5-yard line. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 8 or 9 right here. Drew, you're in that part of the field where it's kind of right now. Yeah. And do you play field position or do you,
you
go for it?
Yeah, it's right there at the Starkville Academy 34-yard line. You got a 4th down and 10 coming up. You take your shots with a throw down the field. You got to go for it here.
All right, from 4th down and 9 it goes here for the Raiders at the Starkville 34-yard line here on the near hash. Raiders going right to left with ball possession here in the second quarter. 7-6 Starkville. Under 3:40 and counting to go in the second quarter. Snap is clean. Play action fake. They're coming on the edge. Here's the toss down the field, and it is knocked away. Whitcomb was in the neighborhood, but I tell you what, their defensive backs, especially on the corner side, have played pretty solid so far as they were right there with Whitcomb and knocked it away. Turnover on downs, and the Volunteers go back to work 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Check that, the 34.
Yeah, they like I said, they got some pressure,
they came on the left side,
definitely on that side, and right there, Sully did a really good job right there of getting the ball out when he did, because they brought the pressure, and once again, the cornerback play.
It's been good.
Starkville Academy has been excellent here in the first half.
It's just shaping up to be just a good old-fashioned fight in a phone booth right now.
I'm telling you, whoever's got the ball last in the fourth quarter has got a good chance of winning this football game.
1st and 10 now. Yes, there was a thing called a phone booth once upon a time. Here's the handoff to Mullins, and we're going to get there. Randall got there first, and, he squirted free somehow and actually got a yard out of it. I don't know how he was able to do that, actually give him 2 on the play. I had him stop for a loss, Drew, and he got out of that.
Yeah, we had him at the line of scrimmage, but somehow, some way, he was able to spin around and started going forward. And next thing you know, he got about 2 yards on the play and sets up a 2nd down at 8.
All right, clock situation here. 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Starkville 7, Lamar 6.
And here's the kicker is, guys, we can't give up a score here because Starkville Academy gets the ball first to start the 3rd quarter.
Here's Mullins again, another handoff. He cuts back toward the inside. Lamar's there to meet him at about the 38-yard line. Had a couple of Raiders in the neighborhood. They get it back on their feet. Give Morrow the assist right there. 3rd down and about 5, maybe 6 to go.
That was really good defense right there on 2nd down. We made the running back cut back toward the middle of the field, and when he tried to make that cut, our linebacker right there, Mr. Morrow, was right there to make the play.
Big play here. 3rd down and 6. They're going to call it at the Starkville 38-yard line. All right, personnel. They're going to send 2 receivers to the far side. They got an H-man back there and another receiver down to the near side. They're going to roll out to pass on the far side. And Northcutt is going to take off and run. The Raiders meet him before he gets to the chains. Good pursuit by the Lamar defense. And Northcutt is going to go out of bounds well shy of the 1st down at around I don't even know if he got back. He got to the 40. So it's going to be 4th down and about 4 coming up.
I can't tell you how good that defensive stand was, guys, because that's huge. So like I said a minute ago, we give up points here late in the second quarter. Starkville gets the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. We get a stop, and now we got 2 with the clock being stopped because they went out of bounds. We got 2:08 left. We have an opportunity to get points late in the second quarter.
All right, snapback is good on the punt. Miller's kick is an end-over-end kick. It'll be back here toward Willis. He fields it, and it'll be taken off his feet immediately back here at the Lamar 29-yard line. All right, timeout situation too, folks. We've got 2 left in the bucket right here.
Well, I mean, like I said, we got plenty of time. I mean, with our passing game, the way, I mean, we got weapons that can get down the field. We got a quarterback that can throw it down the field. Listen, man, we got plenty of time, but this is a crucial 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter here. I mean, with Lamar trailing 7-6, because Starkville gets the ball first again to start the third quarter. It'd be great if Lamar could get some points late here in the first half.
From the 29 comes Sullivan Reed. Play action fake. They're coming to him, and they're going to sack him. I tell you what, this is really, and I'm just being blunt here. You can be mad at me if you want, Drew. But this is the first time all year our offensive line is really, and I mean really, being challenged up front.
We're struggling. There's no doubt about it. The Lamar offense line pass protection is very poor here in the last couple of drives. Sully Reed does not have hardly any time at all to throw the ball.
So second down and 17 is what they're going to call it, with a running clock at 1:25 remaining. Line of scrimmage as well back inside the 25 for Sully in the offense here. Here is the handoff to Joe Morrow, and Morrow cuts it back inside. He'll get beyond the 25 to about the 26. And now if I'm Chase Nicholson, I might be thinking about burning a timeout to save myself some clock.
After Coach, from Lamar's standpoint, after the quarterback sack on first down, Coach Jacob Land said, okay, I'll be happy. Let's get to halftime, only trailing 7-6.
Well, I was actually thinking about the other side of the coin with Starkville. They've got 2 timeouts. Why not try to steal some points?
I totally agree. You're absolutely right. In fact, I'm shocked that they didn't call.
Yeah, because they've got 2 left just like we do. So it'll be a 3rd down and 14 right here for the Raiders. Back just beyond the Lamar 25-yard line. Empty backfield here for Sully, and he is back to throw. Their coming screenplay is caught there by Mims, but nowhere to go. I tell you what, this defense is fast. They're aggressive up front, and this is going to be a second half where it is going to be tough to move the football.
And now they call the timeout. Well, they really cost themselves 35, 40
I would have
seconds.
called the timeout on the second down play.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't quite. That was kind of poor clock management from Starkville Academy's standpoint, but nonetheless, Lamar's got a 4th and forever coming up, like I said, with 29 seconds left to go before halftime, Starkville Academy leads our Lamar Raiders 7-6 in a first half where it's been pretty much, as you say, penalty filled. But it's been hard-hitting defense on both sides. It's a game that we thought this was the game that we were going to see, and it's going to come down every time Lamar and Starkville Academy get together. It's going to come down to who's got the ball last in the fourth quarter.
All right, you got to be very smart on this punt. Briggs Calvert, you got to be extremely smart right here. The sophomore punter for Lamar. You've got a speedster back here at the 40-yard line, and Blake Little, who's already got a big catch on the night that set up the first score of the night for Starkville Academy.
Honestly, I would punt this ball away from him on the right side, and kind of one of those little.
Check that. Sullivan Reed's going to be punting now.
Yeah, like I said, I would not give this punt return any chance to return this.
Sully will angle that kick to the far end of the field. It nearly hit Starkville Academy. Boy, what a break that would have been, as it will roll dead at about the 44-yard line. The Raiders were smart right there, too, Drew. They didn't touch it. They kind of let some clock leak away, so good clock management by the Raiders. 18 seconds to go. You got 1 timeout left if you're Starkville Academy. I'd just slap a knee down if I'm them. So.
Well, like I said,
you say that.
You say that, but who knows? I mean, they take a shot down the field, trick play, something, catch our secondary asleep here. But nonetheless, if you're just tuning in, it's been a tight ball game here in the first half with Starkville Academy leading our Lamar Raiders 7-6, and it's been a defensive slugfest so far. But nonetheless, Starkville Academy will have it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line with 18 seconds left.
They got trips to the near side, one to the far side. They are going to try to throw it right here. And Northcutt is in some trouble here, and the Raiders will sack him. They're going to sack him all the way back here at about the 36-yard line, actually 32-yard line. Brady and company were there, and that's going to send us to the halftime break. Well, folks, it's been a war so far here tonight in a low-scoring game. The only difference is an extra point as Lamar trails Starkville Academy at halftime 7-6. And coming up after a 3-minute break, we're going to take a long break down the line here. And when we come back, we'll have your halftime report brought to you by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. Back in 3 minutes here on OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
To the broadcast here as we continue here with our halftime report brought to you by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. Big thanks to our other sponsors here tonight, Burns & Burns, Mattress Express, Will Sweat Alpha Insurance, David Neal's Express Pharmacy, Citizens National Bank, Teal Neal Animal Hospital, along with Trey Cross Agency. Of course, we'll have your Wideman's Player of the Game a little bit later on tonight. East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery, All-Star Team Sports, Van Zyverden, and our longtime sponsor on the broadcast, Insurance Advisory Group. As we're at the halftime break here, Lamar trailing Starkville Academy 7-6 as we're enjoying we just got finished with a great performance by our state champion dance team at Lamar. Of course, the ladies do a great job. Cheer Squad just went in front of them, so good performances by them here tonight. Drew, before we get too far down the road here on our halftime report, we do want to remind folks a couple of notes for next week. We are not going to have a Mugshots Coaches Show on Monday night. And the reason we're not going to have one Monday night is Courtney Schimmelfinning and the volleyball team are going to be in the state semifinals of volleyball Monday night at Mississippi College in Clinton, taking on MRA. So we decided not to do a coaching show Monday night to go support them.
Absolutely a right decision on that.
Yeah, so good luck to them. They will play Monday over at MC against MRA. So a big semifinal matchup there for the Raider volleyball team. If they win that, they'll play the state title game the next day. So good luck to Courtney and them coming up this next week. And also, we're 6 days away from the $10,000 Booster Club drawdown out at Northwood Country Club. That's going to be next Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Tickets are still available for that event at the school office, or you can see a Booster Club member. Of course, Mr. Mims can get you squared away on that one. John Morgan can get you fixed up there. $100 will go to that event. They're going to have food, the coaches. You can come out there and meet them. Live music. It's going to be a lot of great entertainment that night, Drew. And that's the big fundraiser that really helps out football and all of our other sports.
No doubt about it. That's why, like I said, this is the one big fundraiser of the year that really draws in a good bit of money for Lamar Athletics. And like I said, it's a big night. It's a fun night, a get together. It's usually a lot of fun.
I will say this. I have been the MC for the event several times, Drew, and I can tell you when it gets down to those last few numbers, there's a lot of negotiating. It starts to go down.
Yeah, no doubt. No question about it. And that's what makes it all fun.
And they are bringing back the silent auction this year, too, so you got a lot of items you can bid on. And, folks, every single dollar goes back to the Lamar Athletic Program. So we want to give a big shout-out to that. And that'll be Thursday night, 6 days from tonight, out at Northwood Country Club at 7 o'clock. So get your tickets there at the Lamar School office. $100 is the best $100 you'll ever spend. I promise. $100 could equal $10,000.
Absolutely.
So, well, Drew, we're sitting here at the break now, 7-6, Lamar trailing it. The only difference, obviously, is the PAT. Both teams have rushing touchdowns. Sully Reed, the 80-yard score. Northcutt got the 8-yard score. But turnovers, we're at one apiece right now. They happen basically within about a 5-minute stretch of each other. But right now, kind of what we expected.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an evenly matched first half between Starkville Academy and our Lamar Raiders. We knew coming in that this was going to be a low-scored defensive slugfest, and that's exactly what we got here to this point. Starkville Academy, to be quite honest with you, they have started about 3 or 4 different times in Lamar's side of the field, but give credit to our Lamar defense, really bowing their necks and standing tall. Tyler Brown, Luke Morrow, Kari Towner, they have been all over the field defensively in the first half and making some great defensive plays. We've also had some great defensive back plays, but the game started out with no flow with a lot of penalties in the first quarter. But I thought the second quarter things kind of started to level out a little bit. We got a little bit more flow. But we know, folks, the game is right there. Like I said, offensively, we've got to make some adjustments on the offensive line, especially in the pass protection department. That was very poor in the second quarter. We got to give Sully a little bit more time to throw the ball. We've got some dudes down the field that can get open, but if Sully doesn't have time to throw the ball, then it doesn't really matter.
Well, the couple of times where you saw the vertical passing game go down the field, I got to give credit where credit's due. Starkville Academy was in one-on-one coverage, and they made a couple of nice pass breakups against a couple of our dudes. And, it happens sometimes. Another player just makes a better play. But I think the one thing that when you look at the third quarter coming up, obviously Lamar will be on defense to start the third quarter. I think Jacob Land offensively realizes, just how strong Starkville Academy is, especially in the interior. And you want to get the ball into your playmakers' hands. I would imagine coming out in the third quarter when we touch the ball, whenever we do, you're going to see maybe some different designs to get Jalen the ball, Whitcomb the ball, speed sweep, something.
Maybe the Wildcat.
It may be something to get a little creative because, Drew, you'd hate to go back home to Meridian tonight because right now, Whitcomb has only had one real touch, and that was the ball that got stripped free on him. And Trotter's really only touched it one time on a reception here tonight. And, of course, you don't want to go back to Meridian tonight saying that they only got maybe a couple of touches. I think in the second half you may see some more play designs to get their hands on the football because you want your best players to touch the football.
Well, I mean, in the first quarter, we saw Jalen Trotter come in motion.
Yeah.
Several times. I like that because he's not. I mean, because when he comes in motion or whatever, he's getting a free rein off the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Like I said, and in the second quarter, I think we went away from that, and I noticed that. I would hope that we attack the middle of the field a little bit more, maybe in the second half, because I mean it's right there. But like we said, the offensive line has got to do a better job of pass protection. But I like the way I like the way we're running the ball with Joe Morrow. We're mixing it up with Morrow, Towner. And, we ran the ball a couple times. Didn't we run maybe a time or two with Tyler Brown? But, I mean, you've got to do it. Like I said, this is a big, physical, athletic defensive front. But that doesn't mean we still can't run the ball. We've got to continue to run the ball because we're going to bust one. I mean, Sully had busted one on the zone read. But if we can get some positive momentum running the ball, the safeties are going to come up from Starkville, and that's when we can take some shots down the field.
The pride of the Starkville Academy volunteer band is performing. Always a big thrill when you get to hear a marching band on a Friday night, no matter what stadium you're in, as they're doing a great performance here tonight at the halftime break. But, folks, we'll be at home next Friday night. I don't know. Gray Cobb Field's calling next week.
Where is that?
We've been on the road for almost a month.
Jesus.
We will be at home next week against Winston Academy.
Are you sure?
Last time I checked. Unless something dramatically changes. 6 o'clock our broadcast time next Friday night from the Berm, East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery. I promise you we are going to do a tailgate show for you next Friday against Winston Academy, and then we'll close up the regular season, obviously, the following week against Heritage Academy. But, the last two will be at the house over the next 2 weeks. And, of course, the final game against Heritage will be senior night as well, so that'll be a very special night for the Lamar faithful. But we're here at the halftime break, of course, brought to you by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. Well, Drew, it's going to be another nice day on the gridiron tomorrow with college football, and I would have the schedule to pull up here for you, but we're kind of in cell hell in this metal building, so I'm not able to pull the schedule up, so we'll just go off of memory here. But the day kind of starts out with the breakfast kickoff in the morning, and we talked about this at dinner earlier. This is a dangerous game. LSU is at Vanderbilt tomorrow morning.
Yeah, this is a game that I have been worried about all week. This is not your mom and daddy's Vanderbilt football team. This is a true 17th ranked team in the nation, Vanderbilt at Vanderbilt. The quarterback at Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia, we've talked about him several times this year during halftime. He's a very, very good quarterback. He's a dual threat run, and he can throw it. For Lamar, for LSU, it's just going to be, like I said, if we show up and play LSU football, we should win the football game. But what scares me is that we offensively for LSU, we showed signs of improvement last weekend against South Carolina, but we're shooting ourselves in the foot way too many times with the turnover bug. But LSU, if we play up to our potential, we should win the ball game.
All right, that'll be the early kickoff at 11 o'clock. And the reason we always say those are scary football games, just ask Alabama. They had a fight on their hands. And then the early kick against Missouri last week. You just don't know what to expect with that 11 a.m. kickoff. Of course, tomorrow night, it is the third Saturday in October. Tennessee is at Alabama. Of course, somebody's going to get to light the old stogie at the end of the night. It's kind of a fun tradition with that rivalry, and I'm glad they're going to be regular, rivalries going forward with the new schedule starting next year with the SEC. But Tennessee, of course, had a scare with Arkansas last week, and Alabama had a scare on the road at Missouri. But all bets are off when these two play.
All right, no doubt about it. It's a rivalry game. Like I said, for Alabama, after they have really turned the corner after their game against Florida State, first game of the season. Alabama's really turned the corner and playing some really good football. Ty Simpson, the quarterback at the University of Alabama, has vaulted himself into the Heisman talk, and rightfully so. He's a really good quarterback. But I think I saw earlier today where their starting running back Jam Miller,
Yeah.
he's questionable for the game. So that if he can't go, that would be a big blow for Alabama.
Well, and that could be a big lift for Daniel Hill, the former Meridian High star, to give him an opportunity. He's a big physical back. He had a receiving touchdown in that ball game. It was kind of the go-ahead score against Missouri last week. Always have to root for our local guys. But that'll be the night game tomorrow night at 6:30. 3:15 at the Swamp tomorrow afternoon. You've got Mississippi State, which their campus is literally right down the road from where we're at right now. They will be on the road at Florida. Of course, the Barbarians are at the gate on Billy Napier. There was a big booster club meeting this week. They're trying to line up the dollars, and I don't know what's going to come out of that, but there's a lot of word. No matter what happens tomorrow, he may be out the door by Sunday.
Yeah, that was some big news, this week. But with that, and think about it is that is,
That's unfortunate going into a game.
How can a team prepare when that's going on?
Exactly.
And I think that's unfair for the players of Florida, but that just comes with the territory, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I said, looking at Florida, they're still playing hard for Billy
they
Napier.
sure are.
And but like I said, I think this is a game where Mississippi State they can go down to Gainesville and pull a stunner.
Yeah.
And they've got the weapons. I know State's got a couple of big guys still on
their offensive line is in trouble. They're banged up.
But I believe in Jeff Levy and the offense. I think they got enough to get down there and get it done. Now the question is, will they?
Well, and the bottom line is the one thing that State's got going for them, they had the bye week last week. And, of course, Florida got thumped over at Texas A&M. So you got one team that's been kind of resting up and, healing up. And, of course, State will be without Fluff Boutwell in the ball game tomorrow, too. And, of course, he's been like a godsend in the backfield for State this year. But that'll be the 3:15 game tomorrow. And, of course, I usually don't talk about the UWA Tigers, but I wanted to give them a big tip of the cap, Drew. They are undefeated going into a conference matchup tomorrow night against West Florida. Scott Cochran, what a job he's done. Year one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, anybody that knows Scott Cochran, knows Scott's story, I mean, you can't help but not root for that coach, and all the best to him.
Absolutely.
In UWA.
And, of course, Southern Miss will be on the road tomorrow against Louisiana, and they are a slight favorite on the road. And Southern, they're a win or two away from getting into bowl consideration, which is fantastic. Charles Huff, my guy down there at Southern Miss. Well, the big game of tomorrow, I know there's other conference games going on, but we're kind of in a short window right here. But, of course, the big one tomorrow is the top 10 matchup between the hedges tomorrow. Ole Miss goes to Georgia. That'll be the 2:30 game tomorrow afternoon. And game day is going to be there. Jelly Rolls, the picker. They got concerts over there. Man, it's a whole 9 yards thing. But this is the big moment for Ole Miss tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game that, like I said, for Ole Miss, had a scare last week.
Oh, no doubt.
Against Washington State. The 34.5 underdog Washington State gave Ole Miss everything and then some last Saturday.
Yep.
Almost put off a huge upset, but nonetheless, this is I think that got Ole Miss's attention.
Yeah.
I think that not to say Ole Miss is going to go to Athens tomorrow and win, but I think you will see a different zoned-in Ole Miss team than what you saw last Saturday against Washington State.
And Georgia, to me, they got all the talent in the world. Don't get me wrong. Kirby Smart, highest-paid coach in the country, national championships. He's done what he's done there. This team is tough to figure out. I mean, they'll look like world beaters one week, and then the next week it's kind of tough to put a finger on them, but still they got so much talent. I mean, I think their quarterback is pretty darn good when he's on, but Georgia's got so many people banged up on the offensive line right now that they had to struggle just to get through that Auburn game where the officiating was kind of
oh, God. Oh,
and if I'm an Auburn fan, Matt Boone, I'd be a little upset. It should have been 17-0 at that point in the ball game, but I don't know. If it was a night game, I would give a big tip of the cap to Georgia, but I think Ole Miss caught a break here with it being an afternoon ball game.
Let me tell you this, and there's no doubt about it. Lane Kiffin has got a fastball up his sleeve tomorrow.
I think so.
And that fastball, if Trinidad Chambliss, if he gets over to Athens tomorrow and sees kind of has that deer in headlight look,
he gets it, yeah.
Don't think that Coach Lane Kiffin won't put in Austin Simmons.
Yeah, it could happen.
And that may be the curveball.
Yeah.
Because if you remember going back, I know last year,
right,
when Dart got hurt, Simmons came in for that couple of series and looked fabulous.
And that was against Georgia.
So I'm just saying, it's just an interesting nugget. Keep that in mind. Like I said, I would not be surprised if Trinidad Chambliss, the starting quarterback, struggles early, and Ole Miss gets down. Don't be surprised to see Simmons come in and relief.
All right, it's going to wrap up our halftime report here at Starkville Academy tonight with Lamar trailing Starkville Academy 7-6. And, of course, big thanks to Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. We're going to take 2 minutes down the line. And when we return, we'll get back to football activity to start the third quarter next here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
All right, folks, we're set to start the second half here on the broadcast, live here from the campus of Starkville Academy, with Starkville Academy leading your Lamar Raiders 7-6. The Volunteers will get the football out of the gate here to start the third quarter. So, Drew, we'll see the Lamar defense to start things off in the third quarter. And obviously, I know that locker room was a pretty in-depth discussion going on in there. What do you think the message was?
I think offensively, it's got to be the offensive line.
Yeah,
we got to play better here in the second half, or we don't have a chance here in the second half.
And defensively, I think just keep to your assignments right now.
Yeah, defensively, like I said, you just keep playing like you did in the first half. I like defensively the way we're tackling in the open field. I like the way our secondary is playing. Our defensive line is holding up our own against this big offensive line. I think we're doing a really good job of getting pressure on the quarterback from Starkville Academy. But like I said, it's going to be interesting because this game's going to come down to the fourth quarter. The team that capitalizes on the other team's mistake, that's going to win the game.
All right, that's your halftime report. We're going to wrap it up, brought to you by our friends at Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock Furniture. And this third quarter of Raider football is brought to you by Jason and the wonderful staff down at All-Star Team Sports. Well, folks, buckle up. The rock fight in the phone booth continues here in the third quarter. 7-6, Starkville Academy.
Yeah, and a good description. But, man, I tell you what, what do you expect?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Third weekend in October, and as we're late in the high school season, and it's a great football game.
Kick is away, and it's inside the 20-yard line. Mullins will return it to right about the 30-yard line. Good open field tackle by guess who? Tyler Brown.
Yep.
Makes a special teams tackle this time. Folks, he came into tonight with 100 tackles on the button, and still with this game and 2 more to go after that.
I guarantee you he's had over 10 so far here tonight.
No doubt about it. And once again, college coaches, come get him. All right, Drew, here we go. Near hash mark for Starkville Academy, 1st and 10, moving left to right.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, defensively, we just got to continue to swarm to the football like we did in the first half and make the plays.
First handoff is to Mullen, and guess who ran into him? Tyler Brown. Yeah. That's going to be a loss of about 2. I mean, enough said. Tyler Brown.
Nice job. Lamar's defensive line standing tall at the line of scrimmage, and a loss of about 1 to 2 yards there on 1st and 10 for Starkville Academy. I'm going to say loss of a full yard. Just kicked off the third quarter with Starkville Academy leading our Lamar Raiders 7-6. The difference is a missed PAT by Lamar.
All right, 2nd down and 11 from back at the Starkville 29-yard line. Northcutt, the freshman, in the shotgun play-action fake. He's looking down here toward the near side. Randall tried to get to him, and guess who brought the pressure? Brown again as he throws it away. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 11. Brown has been on all 3 plays to open up the third quarter.
A man possessed. I mean, it's been all game. I mean, he's just, cannot be stopped.
So this is exactly where you want to be if you're the Lamar defense. 3rd and 11, Drew. We've said it so many times. Play assignment football right here. Don't let him stay in that 38, 39-yard line mark right
Keep
there.
Everything in front of you and then come up and make the play.
All right, Northcutt will be in the shotgun. They've got, 1 and 2 receivers down here to the near side, a tight end to the near side, and another lone man out to the far end of the field as Northcutt pump fake, throws it down the middle of the field wide open. They threw it to the tight end, and he's going to be a big gainer. They tricked us. Pants around ankles, 1st down beyond the 50, down to the 47. Man, they had him wide open in the middle.
Yep, absolutely. They faked the wheel route.
Yep.
Right there, and then they slid a tight end up the right seam. Was wide open and to the tight end. Hey, man, that was a well-designed cut. Tip your cap to Coach Chase Nicholson right there. He designed a great play right there. And Starkville Academy got the 1st and 10 at the Lamar 46-yard line.
All right, pistol formation with Mullins in the backfield. Northcutt, the other freshman, in the shotgun. Pitch play down here to Mullins, and he's going to be strung out, but he's going to stay in bounds and get decent yardage down inside the 40. They're still marking it down to the 37. That is a gain of nearly 9.
Well, he was able to get the running back for Starkville Academy. Man, he's going to be a heck of a football player.
Yeah.
And he was able to get to the edge here on the short side and pick up about 9 yards before he went out of bounds. And this is the yardage where, if you're Lamar, you're kind of nervous because the 2nd down and 1, they can run anything they want in their playbook.
2nd and 1 from the 37. They'll keep it on the ground with Mullins. He'll get a 1st down and a lot more inside the 25 all the way down to the 23-yard line. Right now it's all about Carson Mullins here in the third quarter. It is 1st and 10.
Well, the last couple plays, he's just –
Lawson Mullins, excuse me.
And he is he's just running the ball really hard. And there on that play, he was able to get into the secondary and a nice about 11-yard run. And the ball is spotted at the Lamar about 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
Pitch play out to Mullins along the far end of the field. He's got some more big yardage. He made one big cut, and he's gone all the way down to the end zone for a volunteer touchdown as they fire the light show. And
it doesn't matter. It's coming back. We got a hold coming back.
All right, yep, I see the flag back here at about the 16-yard line. So that penalty marker brought to you by Citizens National Bank. So erase the touchdown for Mullins, and, boy, thank you for the grasp of the jersey there.
Yeah, no doubt. This is apparently an offensive lineman. And the thing about it is it was an unnecessary hold because it was on the back side of the play.
So it'll be a spot foul, so it'll be a first down and about 14 coming up. So it was a spot foul play. So line of scrimmage will move back to the 26 now for Starkville Academy. Volunteers lead your Lamar Raiders 7-6. We're exactly 2 minutes deep here in to the third quarter.
Well, the last 3 plays defensively for Lamar have been very poor. We got to make some plays here.
All right, a lot of movement. A lot of movement on the offensive line. It's a dying duck down there that's intercepted. I think it's intercepted in the end zone. Sure is, as Mikael Willis got the interception. There wasn't no penalty at the line of scrimmage. Everything was fine. Interception by Lamar, and really that saved Lamar right there because if it was a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage, the interception. So, hey, it all works out in the end. Touchback for the Raiders, so what a job by that defense.
And no doubt. I mean, bend but don't break right there as Lamar took advantage of a dying duck, really, by the quarterback from Starkville. Mikael Willis read it all the way and identified the football. And nice interception in the end zone right there. And Lamar now has got to capitalize offensively, give the defense a little break right here, and pick up a couple first downs here, maybe even get a nice little scoring drive going here.
So 2 interceptions. Now the Lamar defense, one by Towner and now one by Willis. And Morrow, that being little Joe Morrow, as he is going to get up to about the 21. So they laid a hat on him right at about the 21, gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, like I said, Coach Jacob Land, boy, it goes to show you that he's in a game like this.
He's trusting a ninth grader.
A ninth grader in Joe Morrow in the backfield.
Well, now Kari Towner is going to check into the backfield now on 2nd down and 9 from the 21-yard line in Raider territory, moving right to left along the far hash mark. You've got Trotter lined up down here to the near side with Oates and Whitcomb and company out to the far side. 2nd and 9 plays a handoff to Towner, and not a lot of room for Kari to work with. He might have got a push for maybe another single yard or maybe 2. So 3rd down, we're going to call it, Drew. I'm going to call it about 7 right here, or maybe 6, maybe 6.
Like I said, I think right here, at some point, we got to spread them out. We got to spread them out defensively, make them defend the whole field. I would like to see something like a deep curl right here to Trotter on the outside.
3rd and 7 from about the 23 now. Towner in the backfield. Trotter is one of the receivers down here to the near side. You got Whitcomb and company out to the far side. Basically the same formation we just saw. Sully in the shotgun on 3rd and 7. Need good protection back there in the pocket. Play action fake. They're going to throw a screen play, but it's picked off. It is picked off. They literally took the ball right out of the air on the screen play. Interception, return for a touchdown. And the Raiders just got an interception of their own, and now Starkville gets a pick 6. And just like that, Starkville Academy is going to extend their lead now 13-6.
And now one of their defensive linemen jumped up and literally caught that ball one-handed and brought it down. And once he did that, he just simply just raced into the end zone. And wow, what an unfortunate turn of events for our Lamar Raiders right there, but we got to respond.
Return of about 24 yards on that play on the pick 6 right there. Snapback is clean, the kick is on the way, and the kick is perfect. So your brand new score on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard with 8:10 remaining here in the third quarter. It is Starkville Academy 14, Lamar 6. Back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, welcome back inside the broadcast booth here from Starkville Academy as the Volunteers just got a pick 6 on a attempted screen pass by Sullivan Reed. Extra point was good by Miller Drew. It's 14-6 Volunteers as we're moving along here in the third quarter. 8:10 remaining in the third.
Yeah, a very slow developing screen play right there by our Lamar Raiders. Give credit to the Starkville Academy defensive lineman by getting his hand up.
It's going to be a touchback as the kick goes into the back of the end zone. Nathan Miller needs to be signed up by somebody by next year to play collegiate ball, as Lamar will start 1st and 10 from the 20.
Guys, the game is being played in Starkville Academy.
Oh yeah, everything is in their corner. Yeah,
we've got to change the tempo of this football game. We've got. I mean, I don't care if we pick up a first down. You know, let's go change something up. Let's go no huddle. Let's do something. We're playing in the tempo of Starkville Academy right now.
From the 20-yard line, Raiders moving right to left, now trailing 14-6. Here's the handoff to Corey Towner. Nice run by Towner as he gets beyond the 25. They may mark him up at the 27-yard line. So big pickup there by Towner of nearly 7 yards.
Yeah, nice run right up the gut by Towner of about 8 yards. Sets up a 2nd down and 2 with 7:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Starkville Academy leads our Lamar Raiders 14-6.
2nd down and a short 3 coming up for the Raiders now. They're going to give it. Actually, it's going to be a zone read, and Sully is going to be hit hard right at the first down marker. I think the Raiders are going to get the first down right at the 30. And Sully, get up, Sullivan. Get up, Sullivan. Sully got hit hard, and he is still down. Reed is down, folks. It is a first down powered by our friends over at David Neal's Express Pharmacy. But now the concern is Lamar starting quarterback Sullivan Reed. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute. 1 minute here on the broadcast on 97 OKK. All right, welcome back here to the broadcast. First play after the injury to Sullivan Reed is a handoff from Cade Vowell to Corey Towner, and Towner's going to get Drew about 6 yards. Good news, Sullivan Reed did walk off on his own power. It was very slow, but he was able to put weight on both legs.
Yeah, that's good. Great news right there. But if we pass the ball here, it's definitely going to be very selective here. You're going to see a strong dose of Lamar running game here.
2nd down and 6. Here's Towner again, and he is going to be upended up at about the 39-yard line. So now it's going to be 3rd down and short. Now if you're Starkville Academy.
Sullivan Reed's just in the ball game.
Okay, good. Okay, Sullivan's coming back in, and now you got to wonder, you know, what is Sullivan going to be able to do now? He looks like he's moving okay. Yeah, he's moving okay on 3rd down and 2. Oof. We'll have to watch it. 3rd down and 2, Reed back in the ball game, Towner in the backfield. Sully tried a hard count to maybe steal the first down right there, but good discipline by Starkville Academy up front. On 3rd down and 2 here for the Raiders, you desperately need this. Towner is your tailback, and they're going to give it back to Towner, and Towner is fighting, and it's going to depend on the spot. It's all up to the spot right here. It's close.
Yeah, I think he may be just, like I said, it's close enough for a measurement. I do know that.
He had to get the 41. It's close. If they get it, it's going to be by the nose.
Like I said, I mean, it's close enough for a measurement at the very least.
They are going to call for a timeout officially. Officials timeout to measure this with 5:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Lamar is looking for a favorable measurement here to move the chains.
At the very least, like I said, it's close enough. You've got to measure this.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If Lamar gets it, I don't think Lamar got it, but if they got it, Drew, it'd be just barely by the nose.
Well,
I mean, barely.
I mean, he kept the legs pumping, and it's going to be a
Yep,
first down.
by the nose. Boy, look at that. Eagle Eye got one right there. First down Lamar, first down Raiders, powered by David Mills Express Pharmacy, right by the nose of the ball.
And it was second and third effort. I mean,
Towner.
I mean, that's all it was second and third effort right there by Kyrie Towner.
Well, Drew, the muscle package has officially checked in here midway through the third quarter. Morrow to block for the bruiser, Tyler Brown on 1st and 10 from the Lamar 41. Here's the handoff to Brown, and Brown didn't get much. He might have got a half a yard at most. You know, right now Starkville's done their homework. They know what's coming when you see this formation.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, I mean, Coach Chase Nicholson, I mean, all he's got to do, I mean, as smart as he is. I mean,
Stack it.
But
on our end, if you're going to put everybody up there, you might catch them with their britches down.
That's right. That's what I was getting ready to say. In that same formation, and we go play action pass.
Trotter is lined up to the far side. Look at these blockers. Mims, Randall, Morrow. Under center goes Sullivan Reed. Pitch to Brown. Brown runs to the far side. Brown is past the 50, and Tyler's on the move inside the 40, and Brown is going to roll all the way down inside the 30, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the Starkville 25-yard line. First down Lamar, first down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. What about the bruiser, Tyler Brown?
Did you see that stiff arm that he gave somebody from Starkville Academy at around about the around the 35-yard line? He gave him a stiff arm, moved him about 4 yards, and he kept the legs pumping. And a big run from Tyler Brown got at the Starkville Academy around the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Muscle package back in, play action fake, rolling out to the far side. Pitch is out there to Morrow, and I think it's probably okay that it was an incomplete pass because it would have been a very minimal even if he catches it. So second down.
Yeah, that was like I said, a bootleg throw right there. The intended receiver was to Luke Morrow right in the flat, and just a poor throw, which I think that was a good thing because even if Luke caught that ball, I mean, it would have been a loss on the play.
But, Drew, go back to that formation on the big run by Brown. We had all the blockers to the near side, and we bounced it to the far side.
Yeah,
what a play call by Jacob.
Very, very nice play call.
Look at this new version of the muscle package. Morrow to block for Kari Towner. How about this? We're throwing the kitchen sink at him right now, aren't we? Here's the fullback handoff to Morrow. Boy, you don't see that too often. And that's going to be a pickup of close to 4 yards.
Got a flag.
And we got a flag. Oh, boy, this is a big one. And it's on Lamar. Dadgummit.
And that's, I mean, just a crucial penalty on Lamar. As we finally got something, we got some positive momentum offensively. And Lamar, like I said, I don't know, was it an illegal motion? I don't know what the actual call was.
We never saw the call.
But
it was a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, so back Lamar up 5 on the play. So it's a second down and 15 coming up.
We're in the third quarter. 4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 14-6, Starkville Academy. Reed's going under center. Look, the same formation we just ran a few minutes ago, Drew. Bunch of blockers out in front here for Kari Towner. They pitch it to Kari. He comes down to the near side, but Starkville read it that time. They read it beautifully for a loss of 1. Boy, Starkville was very disciplined right there.
Well, right now, like I said, I just don't know from an offensive play calling standpoint. Is Jacobs? I mean, what passing down can he call right here because he knows his quarterback is banged up.
Yeah. Third down and long here. Reed's going to go back under center right here in the I formation, and he is going to drop back to pass. He's going out there to Jalen Trotter, and Trotter is down there, but we're going to have a penalty. Penalty came in late. Now, is this going to be a hold or a pass interference? Now, remember, Drew, it depends on what it is right here because, remember, you don't automatically get a first down here in high school.
Like I said, I don't know what this could be. I have no earthly idea.
It was 3rd and 15. This is a big haul right here for Lamar. Of course, the marker is brought to you by Citizens National Bank. It's the biggest one of the night. Holding is the call on who? on Starkville. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty. Will not be a first down. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Well, that, like I said, obviously a lot more manageable right now. 3rd down and 5.
I know folks in the other bleachers for Lamar are fussing about it. Remember, high school rules different than college rules.
Right. So, but now you got a third down and 6 coming up for your Lamar here. You would think you got two plays to get a first down.
Brown is back in there in the muscle package, the I formation. Reed under center here for Lamar on 3rd down and a short 6. Here's the handoff to Brown. Brown lowers his head and gets all the way down close to the 16, and I think he's going to be a little short. He's going to be short by about a yard.
Yep, and like I said, Tyler Brown on the handoff ran off the left side right there. Nice about 5-yard run on 3rd and 6. We'll set up a 4th down and a long yard coming up for Lamar.
Yeah, it is a long yard. I think it's about a yard and a half almost. All right, this is a big play, maybe the biggest play of the night right here, right now. Brown is your tailback. Morrow your fullback. I formation, a tight end to each side. 4th down and a yard and a half. Reed takes the snap. Here's the handoff to Brown, and Brown is going to get the first and more. He's inside the 10-5, and he is in. Touchdown, Lamar. Touchdown, Raiders. No penalty flags down as Tyler Brown earned his meal money on that one, and Lamar is going to go for the 2-point conversion right here, down 14-12.
Well, I mean, right there, just a great drive there by Lamar offense, as Lamar obviously will go to try for 2 here to tie this thing up with 2:59 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Tyler Brown, unbelievable. He is in at tailback again, 2-point conversion attempt. A hard count, penalty flag down, so that'll move it a little bit closer. Half the distance right now, close to the 1-yard line. That penalty marker powered by Citizens National Bank. And, Drew, big shout-out to Teal New Animal Hospital on that Tyler Brown touchdown.
No doubt about it. That was a hard-earned drive right there by Lamar's offense right here.
So, Drew, you get it down to about the 1-yard line here after the hard count by Reed. The 2-point conversion attempt, this is ginormous, to Brown, and he walks in on the 2-point conversion, and Lamar ties this football game up with 2:59 to go in the 3rd quarter. What a response on the ground by this Lamar offensive line as well.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a good bit during the pregame show tonight, that Lamar had to run the ball here tonight. We had, like I said, we weren't going to. We had to run the ball because in the first half, we were only getting 3 or 4 yards here and there. But on that drive, you saw we were getting 5, 6, 7, 8 yards, and then the big run, obviously, by Tyler Brown. That was big by Lamar offense. We had to run the ball, and we did right there. It paid off.
Well, now we're back to square one. New ball game, 14-all. Lamar will get ready to kick it away here, as obviously we're going to keep it right here.
And another thing that what that offensive drive did for Lamar is that gave the defense a nice rest.
Amen to that. Well, some of the guys are rest.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Yeah, you're right.
Morrow and Brown are going to be right back out there in a second. So
You're right.
Cross in to kick this one away. Need a good, clean kick and do everything right here. It's going to be driven down to the 14, up to the 20, the 25, 30. Oh, boy, across the 40.
No.
And he is going to be down to the 30, 25, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by Caleb Randall all the way down. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds back here at the Lamar 30-yard line. Last thing the Raiders needed right there. They built a wedge, Drew. They had a big hole.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they had a nice little wedge here on their side of the field, had a couple good blocks, and off to the races they go. And just like that, after Lamar had a nice offensive drive to tie this game up at 14, we just gave up a big kickoff return, and the ball will be spotted at the Lamar 30-yard line. 2:48 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Game tied at 14. Holy cow.
They're going to bring a new back in because Mullins was your returner right there. So they're going to bring in Berkery at tailback now.
They move.
And there is penalty markers everywhere. Another marker on Starkville Academy, powered by Citizens National Bank. So that'll make it 1st and 15 on the motion call.
And again, 1st and 15, you've got to get Starkville Academy behind the sticks. They are not a good team offensively when they get behind the sticks.
All right, so they'll move the football just touching the Lamar 35-yard line. Folks, if you just joined us, we're tied at 14 now. Clock with 2:47 remaining here in the third quarter. All right, here comes Northcutt. Berkery is the running back here. Pistol formation, handful of receivers down here to the near side. Little reverse play, little pitch back to this far side right here, and they caught Lamar with their pants down again. What a play call. And then we're going to tackle him at about the 26-yard line. But, man, that had a chance to go for more, but Lamar read it beautifully.
Yeah, on the far side of the field, like I said, they had some yardage right there, but the Lamar secondary came in and nice play right there, limited a potential big play right there to only about 8 yards and set up a second down and 7.
What about the play calling here tonight by both coaches?
It's like I said, been some really good play calls.
From the Starkville, let's check that, the Lamar 26 pitch play down here to Mullins, and Lamar trying to string him out, and Trotter gets there along with Calvert and a couple of other guys. Nice job there. Actually, that was Berkery on the handoff there. I don't think he got anything. If he did, it wasn't much, and it'll be third down and about 6 upcoming.
I think they gave maybe a half a yard.
Oh, that was generous.
I didn't, like I said, I thought he had lost a yard or two on the play.
Yeah, they're going to call it 3rd and 5. The ball's touching the 25. They got to get to the 20 here. What's the clock looking like?
We got 1:35 left to go in the third quarter. Starkville Academy and Lamar tied at 14.
Big play here from the near hash mark here for Starkville Academy. Berkery is in the backfield once again for Northcutt. Berkery's going to move up to the right side of Northcutt in the shotgun with a bevy of receivers to the near side. Northcutt looking to throw the football and a screen play to that far end.
God.
And Whitcomb flashes in, can't make the tackle, and they're off to the races along that far sideline. Did he stay in bounds? He sure did, all the way into the end zone for a tiptoe touchdown down the sideline.
And again, an excellent play call. They rolled off. They rolled to the right and then threw back a throwback screen to the left side, and we had nobody on the far side of the field. And we had one guy that attempted to make a tackle. I couldn't see on the other side of the field, but nonetheless, we were unable to bring him down. He tiptoed up the sideline for a touchdown.
So as Lamar tied it, Starkville Academy goes back in front. Here comes the PAT from Miller to make this a 7-point ball game, and it is right through the upright. So with 1:05 to go here in the third quarter, Starkville Academy 21, Lamar 14 on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance score. We're back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK. All right, Starkville Academy responds to the Lamar touchdown. The Raiders are now trailing once again. It's 21-14. $1:05 left to go here in the third quarter.
Well, you just got to go tip your cap once again to Coach Chase Nicholson on 3rd down and 5, a throwback screen to the left catches Lamar completely off guard, and 25 yards later, Starkville Academy retakes the lead at 21-14.
And Miller will kick it in and out of the end zone, so Lamar will once again start at the 20-yard line. So it was 7-6 at halftime, and all of a sudden the offenses have showed up here in the third quarter.
Well, like I said, it's both teams have had a couple big plays offensively here in the third quarter, and we've got some action offensively. Now it's just Lamar's we've got to get the momentum back.
Got to respond right here. All right, Raiders will set up shop, obviously, here at the 20. Moving right to left here on the broadcast. We're late, just a minute left here in the third quarter. Reed in the shotgun, Makari Towner off of his hip right there. There's the handoff to Towner, nothing. I don't even think he got back to the line of scrimmage, about a half a yard loss, and I'll be honest with you, we got kind of whipped over here on the left side.
Yep, no doubt. Got completely whipped on the left side, as Rob said. And it looked like the timing of the snap was a little off as well. And like I said, 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Reed in the shotgun again. Towner back there with him. You got an H-back in Mims. Trotter down here to the near side. Oates in the slot to the far side. And Whitcomb out there with him as well on second down. And I'll call it a long 10 right here. Reed in the shotgun. Clock should be getting pretty close to leaking out here. And here's the handoff to Towner. Cuts back to the inside, and he'll get up to maybe the 25. And that should be the last play, I would think, of the third quarter. So we have played 3 here tonight in Starkville with your Lamar Raiders trailing Starkville Academy 21-14. Lamar will be facing a 3rd and 5 after a 1-minute break here on 97 OKK. Well, folks, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter, which is brought to you by All-Star Team Sports. Lamar will be facing a 3rd down and 5 coming up as we begin the 4th and final stanza here tonight. Lamar trailing Starkville Academy 21-14. And Drew, pretty pivotal play coming up right here.
I had no doubt about it. After Lamar had tied the game up at 14, it didn't take long. It didn't take Starkville very long to retake the lead on a big kickoff return, and then a couple plays later on a throwback screen of 25 yards, and Starkville Academy finds the end zone, and they lead our Lamar Raiders 21-14 as we start the fourth quarter.
Must 3rd down conversion right here at your own 25-yard line. Towner is the running back next to Sullivan Reed at QB. And there's the handoff to Towner. We keep it on the ground and get stuffed, absolutely stuffed at the line of scrimmage, Drew. And it's going to be 4th down and 5 upcoming right here.
Wow. That's huge. And now what does Coach Jacob Land do? Because I think you punt the ball. You just can't take a chance.
You cannot give the ball back here at your own end of the field. That's exactly what Jacob's going to do. No option. You got to punt it.
Yeah.
As it's they gave him a yard on that. It's 4th down and 4, but you got to punt this one away.
No question. You punt the ball. You can't. Because you don't get. I mean. You don't get it there. I mean, you're giving Starkville Academy a very short field to go up 2 scores.
Calvert will be in to punt here. It's a high snap to him. Briggs does pull it down, and it's a nice high hanging kick. Fair catch is called for all the way back here at the Starkville 31-yard line. Nice kick there by Briggs.
Absolutely. A nice high hanging punt right there of about 45 yards, and, man, that was a big-time punt right there by Mr. Calvert.
Well, Drew, I hadn't done many of these this year, but I think it's time for somebody to slip on a banana peel and maybe turn the ball over right here.
No question about it. Lamar, defensively, somebody's going to have to step up and make a defensive play, get a turnover, strip sack, something.
1st and 10 for Starkville Academy. They're moving right to left. Ball is placed right between the hash marks out there at the 31-yard line in volunteer territory. Here's the handoff to Berkery, and he didn't get anything. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Lamar collapsed on him in a hurry, led by Jackson Whitcomb and company, and looks to be no gain, 2nd and 10. So we've seen a lot of Berkery here. I'm not sure if Mullins is nicked up or not, but we've seen a lot of Berkery here in the 4th, or 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't see a lot of him in the first half, but we've seen a good bit here in the second. And like you said, we're right here on the Starkville Academy side of the field on their sideline, and Mullins he seems to be okay.
Of course, Berkery's dad was a pretty good ball player just up the road at the Dude. toss by Northcutt is caught. It'll be up to around the 36-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 6. So that's going to set up a major third down for the Lamar defense. Third down and about, I'm going to say about 5 or 6 right here.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like I said, setting up about third down and maybe even 7 here coming up.
I'm going to say 7. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so big play coming up by the Lamar defense. Got to get a stop here. These little short curl routes, these little short passing routes, they've been hitting us with them all night long. Our corners, we got to play up. We got to be. Right now, it's at the time of the game. You can't give them a big cushion at the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 7. Fake pitch. Northcutt rolls out, and it is complete. And I think he's going to be short, though. He's going to go down shy of the first down. So now you talk about a decision. Fourth down and about a yard here. Will Starkville leave the offense on the field? It looks like they are going to do just that on fourth down, and this is – I think it's short. It's going to be short by a handful right here, maybe a few inches. They're eyeballing it here, Drew. I don't know if they're going to measure this or not, and they are going to measure it. I think it's worth a measurement to look at it.
No question. I mean, like I said, this is kind of like what we saw with Lamar's third down run in the third quarter when they brought out the change. This is about the same where they spotted the ball. I think he had to get to the 41.
They stretch it out, and, he is short by an inch. Literally, less than an inch.
Yeah.
Put about 2 or 3 sheets of these paper together. That's how short it is.
Yeah,
I think if you're Chase, you go for this if you're Starkville.
Oh, there's no question about it. We're talking about literally fourth and maybe 3 inches.
It's not quite note card worthy like the NFL did that time, but it's almost that close. All right, fourth down and a millimeter at best, and they'll keep the offense out here. 21-14, Starkville Academy. We're at 10 minutes remaining in the ball game, and Starkville looking to move the chains right here. Northcutt in the shotgun. They hand it off to Berkery, and he's going to get the first down and then some up to about the Lamar, the Starkville 44-yard line.
Well, it was just a simple run off the right side there on fourth down and about 3 inches. And an easy run, nice about 3 or 4 yard run right there will give Starkville Academy a 1st and 10 at their just across the 44-yard line of Starkville Academy.
And remember, folks, in case you're wondering about timeouts now, since we're in the fourth quarter, everybody's got their full bucket. Everybody's got all 3. All right, 1st down and 10, just inside of the Starkville 45-yard line. Mullins is back in the ball game at tailback now. And they're going to fake the pitch to him. Northcutt rolls out. We got a penalty flag down here, and he's going to get punished. Northcutt got absolutely obliterated back there, and I think the ball came out, but I think they're going to say he was already down. What about Chase Putman? Is that him out there, 24, coming in there to make the stop?
Well, like I said, this is like I said, a different number that we're not used to seeing.
Chase is a heck of a baseball player, but he came out for football, and Chase comes in there and makes a play.
And if I'm, it's holding on Starkville Academy on the penalty.
And then Lamar's going to decline it.
Yeah, that's very smart. You don't. You take the play and make it 2nd down and about 16.
All right, they're going to mark the football back to where the sack occurred. And the sack actually occurred a little further back. They're going to drop the ball at the 37, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and even longer right here. Wow, what a sack by Putman.
About 2nd down, about 2nd down and about 16, 17 yards.
Hello, Chase. How are you, buddy? Of course, catcher on the baseball team, and how about that?
And he hit him too.
He sure did. 2nd down and long, line of scrimmage back here at the Starkville 37 for Northcutt and company. Play action fake. They're going to toss it short right here to the far side, and Morrow and company will chase him down just beyond the 42-yard line. That's going to set up a 3rd down upcoming here for Starkville Academy. I'm going to call it 3rd down and about 13.
Yeah, like I said, they have not, other than that one pass in the first half, they've been, just kind of that dinking and dunking on that little short play action pass, and then we've done a really good job of defending that here tonight.
3rd down and 13 here for the Volunteers at their own 42-yard line. Big play here for the Raider defense.
Keep the play in front of you, guys. can't give up a shot deep down the field.
Northcutt rolls down here to the near side. He releases the football, and it is caught. First down all the way down here to the 42-yard line. What a pass by Northcutt, maybe one of his best of the night. And he found a receiver down here. He had Jackson Knight. He made an acrobatic catch for a first down, and that one stings there for the Raiders.
Yep, 3rd and 13, and they get a pass play of 15 yards and move the sticks. And, man, that is an uppercut to the gut right there.
It really is. It feels like we took one, too. That hurt. So now the clock will continue to run at 8:20 in the ball game, and now things are getting pretty critical right now for the Raiders. Northcutt in the shotgun. You got Mullins in the backfield once again. I imagine they're going to start running the ball down our throat here as Mullins will carry it, but he's going to be stacked up by you-know-who, Tyler Brown, down near the 40-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of a couple. And I think right now, Drew, Chase Nicholson's going to start running it down our throat to force us to start using timeouts, I would think.
What that first down did, that's just 2 more minutes off the clock. And we're now under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. 7:45 to be exact, with Starkville Academy leading our Lamar Raiders 21-14. And well-timed throw and catch by Starkville Academy on 3rd and 13, and that 15-yard pass play. Starkville Academy was able to move the sticks.
2nd down and 8, pitch play out to Mullins on the edge. He's got some running room, and guess who? Tyler Brown again. My God, he may have 20 tackles by the end of the night, or he may be there. Trotter was also in the neighborhood.
I think that was Morrow right there on
Morrow.
the tackle.
Well, one of them. He was wearing the right shirt.
So
3rd down and 5 coming up.
Got to get a stop.
Yeah.
That's the story right here. That's the story of the ball game right now. On 3rd down and 5, with now we're under 7:10 left to go in the ball game. We start with leading 21-14. Got on 3rd down and about 6 coming up. Got to get a stop.
Nose of the football is just touching the Lamar 38.
And you know what they're going to do? They're going to fake that little pitch, and they're going to roll their quarterback out and find a wide-open receiver.
They're going to drop back with Northcutt. He throws it down here. It is caught, but Willis did not get a clean tackle on him. He just kind of pushed him, didn't get a clean tackle, and I think they're going to be near the first down marker. Depends on the spot right here.
Yeah.
Wow. Willis was right there to make the play. He just kind of gave him a little shove in the back and didn't clean up the tackle. And it's going to be pretty close to a first down right here.
Yeah, you can't. Those are small attention to detail type stuff.
Yeah.
You can't just give him there. Yeah.
And it is a first down.
And that's 2 more minutes off the play clock.
Well, now Jacob's going to have to start looking at this timeout situation soon, because Lamar has had a lot of challenges moving the football down the field here tonight. And, Drew, if they go up by 2 possessions this late in the ball game, it may be curtains here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. And think about it, if we were right there to make the play, and instead of wrapping him up, we just pushed him, and we couldn't get the wide receiver to the ground.
And Mullins will carry, and he gets tattooed for his efforts now near the 30-yard line. A wall of Raiders met him for about a maybe 2-3 yard gain right there.
And I tell you another stat, of course we don't have the official stats in front of us, but man, how many 3rd down conversions have they got, especially here?
Big plays.
In the second half.
Big plays. That's been a big difference in this football game here tonight. Lamar's inability to get some big 3rd downs and Starkville Academy's ability to move the chains.
I mean, we play so hard on 1st and 2nd down to get them in the 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 situations, and then we give up a 7 or 8 yard pass.
Well, and the one that stung was the 3rd and 13 conversion. That's the one that hurts the most here so far. Mullins will be stacked up, and well, folks, if you want to lay a bet down of who made the stop, Tyler Brown, he's just having a game here tonight. He's saying, guys, follow me.
Yeah, I mean, from the time this game kicked off about 7 o'clock tonight, I mean, Tyler Brown, he's got to be over 20-something tackles tonight.
Career night for him. And he's also got a rushing touchdown and a 2-point conversion that was successful. So, Drew, here we go, another 3rd down. 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, right here, 3rd and 8. We got to make a play here. We do great 1st and 2nd downs, but they're killing us on 3rd down.
5:20 and counting to go in the football game. Lamar down by 7, 21-14 on that Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. 3rd down and 8. Northcutt back to throw. And here is a pass across the middle. It's caught. Touchdown. And that was a perfect time pass for Starkville Academy down the middle of the field to Jackson Knight. And just like that, Starkville goes up by 2 possessions. And, Drew, the hill just got pretty darn steep.
Yeah, that one hurt. That hurt. That was just a perfect throw across the middle, and you could not have put that throw put that throw any better if you just walked out there and placed it in the wide receiver's hands.
So now Lamar's down by 2 scores, and now the clock is not your friend because the clock reads 5:06 to go in the football game as Miller gets ready to add the extra point right here. Snapback is good. The kick is on the way, and it is perfect. So with just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game, the Raiders are down by 2 scores, 28-14. Back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK. All right, folks, 5:06 to go in the football game. The Raiders find themselves in a pretty deep hole here on the road at Starkville, 28-14 now, Drew. You got all 3 of your timeouts, and now it's pretty much run and go now.
Oh, no doubt. We got to show them. Like I said, it's 2-minute offense from here on out.
It'll go just into the end zone. It'll be another touchback here for the Raiders, so they will start at their own 20-yard line. Lamar's got all 3 timeouts, but now the way the offense has been going here tonight, I know it's been mostly run here tonight, Drew, but now you're down by 2 scores. I mean, you're going to start slinging the football now.
Yeah, no doubt. You got to take some shots down the field. You got to get some chunk plays, and you got Jalen Trotter has been quiet tonight.
I think I've only got him for maybe 1 or 2 touches all night.
He's got to be the focal point of the offense right now. He's our deep threat down the field, and he has been, for his standards, he's been awfully too quiet tonight.
From the 20, Lamar moving left to right, down by 2 scores, 28-14. Play action fake. We will sling it down the field. It is juggled and caught beyond the 30 up to about the 35-yard line. So 15-yard gain, first down Lamar, first down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
And if I'm not mistaken, is that maybe what Whitcomb's maybe second catch
I
of the night?
think maybe all night, yeah.
I mean, that's just, man, I mean, our 2 deep threats down the field, they've only had maybe 4, maybe 5 catches combined
Maybe,
tonight.
yeah.
Maybe.
First and 10 for the Raiders at their own 35-yard line. Raiders trying to get on the move and score quick here. Play action fake. Sully is looking down the field, has decent protection, throws it down to Whitcomb. He makes the catch inside the 40, all the way down to the Starkville. They're going to push him out of bounds somewhere in the neighborhood of the 30-yard line in volunteer territory. First down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
And those are the chunk plays that we need to get back in this ball game. Whitcomb down the field, got open. And a nice throw and a nice catch by Whitcomb, and out of bounds at the Starkville 30-yard line with 4:38 left to go in the ball game. Starkville leads 28-14.
And what's beautiful about that is he got out of bounds to save timeouts and clock.
No doubt.
From the 30, Reed with Morrow there to his hip. Trotter in motion down here to the near side. Play action fake. Reed's going to sling it down the field again, and it is just out of the reach of Benson Oates. Oates had about a half a step on his man, but Reed sailed it just a little bit, second and 10.
Yeah, that right there, I would love to see Sully put a little bit more air under the football. Man, I mean, it was right there. Oates Benson dusted his guy off the line of scrimmage, ran right by.
Second down and 10 for the Raiders at the Starkville 30-yard line after 2 big chunk plays to Jackson Whitcomb. Here's another play action fake. Sully throws it down the middle of the field, a little bit high right there as they were looking for Whitcomb again. Pass looked a little odd coming out of Sully's hands as well, so 2 incompletions, 3rd and 10.
Well, I mean, that, like I said, incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:26 left to go in the ball game. Right now, obviously, a passing down here on 3rd and 10. I like the fact that our offensive line has given Sully time to throw the ball right here. But our wide receivers down the field, they got to continue to get open.
Yeah, you got to wonder how many people will they rush now? Will they just rush 4 and drop everybody else back in coverage now, knowing Lamar's got to start slinging the football? Trotter back in motion here on 3rd and 10. Another play action fake. We've got whistles here. And we've got a penalty marker down here on the near side of the line of scrimmage. And I think where this was thrown, false start on Lamar, 3rd and 15.
Can't do it. Cannot do it.
Yep.
You can't. That's a loss of focus right there on Lamar, and Lamar will have a 3rd and 15.
So now the task just got a lot more difficult on 3rd and 15 back here at the Starkville 35-yard line. Raiders in a 2-score hole, 28-14, with 4:25 remaining in the football game.
Well, defensively, Starkville, I mean, they're dropping back. They're playing pass coverage. They're not really rushing Sully.
3rd and 15. Sully looking to chunk it again, and he is running for his life now, and he's going to get tattooed. The ball came loose, I thought there for a moment, but Sully did cover it back up. He'll gain yardage down to about the 31, and obviously you're going to go here on 4th down and about 11 or 12 yards.
Well, and on that third and 15, they did bring a blitz there, and folks, I tell you, man, Sully is obviously he is not 100%. He's limping out there pretty bad after that third down play.
4th down and 11, last-ditch effort here for the Raiders to keep themselves going here. Reed back to throw, throws it down the field. It is caught down the field by Mikhail Willis all the way down to about the 11-yard line. 1st down, Lamar. 1st down, Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. What a catch by Willis.
Yeah, Willis, lined up in the slot on the far side of the field. They got open, and a nice throw and catch right there. 1st and 10, Lamar. Ball spotted. I think we got 1st and 10 at the Starkville 11-yard line.
Willis is back in there in the slot along with Whitcomb down here to the near side. Trotter out to the far side on 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action fake tomorrow. Reed running for his life again. He's sacked. He is sacked.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, sacked, and the ball came loose, and Reed is having a hard time getting back. Drew, I think he is just taking a licking here tonight.
Yeah, he's banged up bad, but they did hit our quarterback Sully Reed late after the play, and that there is a flag on the play, and that's going to be a roughing the passer call coming up on Starkville Academy, and that will give Lamar a 1st and goal. By the time they spot it, Robbie, I'm saying it's going to be around the 5 or 6 yard line.
Yeah, it'll be half the distance of the goal from the previous spot, I would assume here, as they're trying to clean up the penalty yardage here. And, of course, that roughing the passer is powered by Citizens National Bank here at the ball yard tonight. All right, after they still haven't given us the initial call here, and like you said, it was a personal foul, and obviously that's what they're calling here. Chase is not happy about it, but Drew, you saw it as well as anybody else. So, yeah, personal foul after the play. So they'll mark the penalty yardage off. It'll be a 1st down near the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 8. Is where they call it. So it was a post-play foul, so they have to mark it down where the sack happened. Play action fake. Sully's throwing down into the corner of the end zone trying to find Mims, and that's going to be incomplete. Pretty tough throw down in that corner there to Mims, and Walker had a couple of people bearing down on him. Incomplete pass, Drew. 2nd down upcoming. Clock, 3:07 to go in the ball game, 28-14 Starkville.
Yeah, I mean, that was, like I said, right there where Sully threw that ball, it was either his guy catches it or nobody catches it.
All right, as Sully back in the shotgun again on 2nd down. Play action fake. Reed's going to dump this off to Towner out of the backfield. He is at the 5, and he's going to be upended inbounds down near the 2 or 3 yard line. He has to get the 1 to move the chain, so it'll be 3rd down and about a yard or 2. The clock will continue to run at 2:48, and Raiders got to get their personnel together.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're wasting time.
Raiders going to bring in some of those extra blockers here, going back to the muscle package right here with Morrow blocking for Brown on 3rd and 2, and here's the handoff to Brown. He lowers his head and just wills his way into the end zone for a Lamar Raider touchdown. That's going to be a score of some 3 or 4 yards, and now the Raiders have cut it to 1 possession. Now it's 28-21.
Well, and that,
or 28-20, excuse me.
28-20, waiting on the PAT.
Well, do you kick the PAT?
Well, it appears that we're lining up to go for 2.
Well, Drew, we've missed the other extra point earlier, so Jacob is thinking, let's go for 2. Muscle package is in there for the 2-point conversion. Remember, that extra point line is down near the 2. Reed takes the snap, hands it off. Actually, it's a rollout pass into the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. So the 2-point conversion goes by the board. So now, Drew, you know what's coming. You're going to have an onside kick more than likely coming up, but you got 3 timeouts, though. But this is –
Yeah, that's the thing. You still got 3 timeouts left in the bucket. So an onside kick is not it's a possibility, but it's not the end of the world if you kick the ball off.
All right, so big decision coming up. And, of course, remember earlier Lamar did not have great kick coverage as well when they got that kick return all the way down to our 30. So a lot of options on the table right here. We'll keep things right here on the broadcast because we're right here at the tail end of the ball game.
But the good news is on that touchdown drive by Lamar, they did a nice job.
It was well executed.
Well executed 2-minute drive right there by Lamar. I mean, they didn't take a whole lot of time to get it in the end zone here. So
well, the way everybody's lining up, Starkville's got their hands team up here near the 50.
We can just look at the football and see if the way
Cross is angling the ball to the far side of the field, so that tells me that we're going to go ahead and try this onside kick. Jonathan Renault, of course, special teams. Now they're going to hand it back to Morrow for the kick here. Remember, Luke Morrow. He's angling that ball to the far side. So, Drew, we're going to go for broke here and try the onside.
There's no question. You can just look at the football and tell that's what we're doing.
Morrow will be kicking it away here, and it will be a hands team catch for Starkville Academy on the onside kick down to the 46.
Yeah, that was no chance right there.
It was too hard on the kick, and it really didn't get any kind of a good bounce on the surface here. This is a natural grass field too, so.
Yeah, it's poorly executed onside kick right there by Lamar. And, like I said,
it comes down to this.
2:31 left to go in the ball game. Starkville Academy leads it 28-20. But the thing about it, Lamar, if you're just tuning in, Lamar still has 3 timeouts left in the bucket. So it's not necessarily over just yet for Lamar.
All right, 8-point ball game, still a 1-possession game, but Lamar has got to have something shake their way right here, right now. And there's one way to start. Luke Morrow punishes Mullins back here at about the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a big loss on the play. They're going to mark it down. The timeout did occur, by the way, and it'll be back here just shy of the 40. That's nearly a 5-yard loss right there, so good start there on defense. 2nd and 15 coming up. The clock, where were we at?
2:24 left to go in the ball game.
2 timeouts remaining, so good start on this possession here defensively.
Well, I mean, if Lamar defensively does their job right here and they get the stop, I mean, they should be punting, give or take a few seconds right around the 2-minute mark.
Chase Nicholson has called a good ball game tonight. But if it gets to 3rd down and manageable, would he dare try to catch us with our britches down? Would he dare do it?
Well, I mean, like I said, with the defense that he's got, he's not. I cannot even. I can't see him risking something. Are you talking about on 3rd down?
Yeah, if it gets to 3rd down and manageable.
Oh, then absolutely. I thought you were talking about maybe if it gets to 4th down.
No, if it gets to 3rd down and manageable, would he dare try to throw the football? But we'll cross that bridge here momentarily. On 2nd and 15, they're going to pitch it down here to Mullins, and he is going to slip a tackle. Fumble, and Lamar recovered it. It's a fumble, and Tyler Brown recovered it.
Holy cow. It happened right in front of us.
Well, I told you the slip of the banana peel was coming, and there it is, a fumble recovery literally right in front of us here on the broadcast, and Tyler Brown scoops it up, and the Raiders have life. And remember now, Lamar's got 2 timeouts to play with as well here.
Yep, and now, like I said, the prayer was answered. Now Lamar's they got to take full advantage of this now. With 2:15 left to go in the ball game, Lamar trails Starkville Academy 28-20. But Lamar has got the football at the Starkville Academy 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, I was asking for the slip of the banana peel. Just came here late in the ball game. Mims in motion. Play action fake. Reed steps up, slings it down the field. Whitcomb will make the catch and stay in bounds, and he's going to be out inside the 23-yard line. 1st down Lamar, 1st down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Any penalty flags down?
Nope, no penalty flags on the play. 1st and 10 Lamar at around the Starkville Academy 23-yard line. Like I said right there, Whitcomb, that was just one-on-one coverage that Whitcomb won the battle.
All right, 1st and 10 from the Starkville 23-yard line. The clock is at 2:06 because he went out of bounds. That saved the 2 timeouts. All right, Towner in the backfield next to Sully. Play action fake, and they're coming on Sully hard. That was an all-out, just deadgum blitz. They raked the football free, and Sully could not hang on to it. That's a strip fumble, and Starkville Academy will get it right back at their own 37-yard line. What a tough break. They came on an all-out blitz, Drew, and they took it away from Sully. That's tough.
Just unbelievable. I mean, you have got to be kidding me.
What a dialed-up blitz at the right time by the Starkville Academy staff. They had men coming after Sully, and they just took the football right out of his hands.
Yeah, I mean, literally. I didn't even see it. I mean, they literally took it out of the thing. I didn't see it. I thought Sully, they just got him for a quarterback sack. I didn't know they had stripped it, literally taken it out of his hands.
Of course, the other turnover that happened earlier tonight on the pick six was a screenplay where they just went up and intercepted a ball and took it to the end zone. But now you got 2 timeouts, and Starkville's got the ball back here at the 37. Mullins is beyond the 40, and he'll get it up to the 42-yard line. Jacob will burn his second timeout here, as it'll be 2nd down and 5 coming up. And if Starkville Academy is to clinch this football game, all they got to do is get about 5 yards here, and that'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, with that 5-yard run, it'll step at 2nd down and 5. But, I mean, with 1:52 left to go in the ball game, all Starkville's got to do is get one more 1st down, and folks can start heading for the exits. And, wow, man, just a late offensive push by Lamar and got a fumble late. And just the way we just gave it back to him, man, that's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, because you have all the momentum in your corner after the Tyler Brown fumble recovery, which he has done everything in his power to lead Lamar in this football game tonight, and then you give it right back to him.
I mean, after about a 15-yard pass, just a play ago to Wetcombe, we had it 1st and 10 at the Starkville 23-yard line, and the very next play, they bring a blitz and literally took the ball out of Sully Reed's hands.
So Lamar down to 1 timeout here. It'll be 2nd down and right at 5. We're going to call it 5. Ball just beyond the Starkville 42-yard line. It's going to take another slip of something to happen here for Lamar if they want to get the ball back here. And Brown will take him down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, folks, it's no doubt, and Jacob will take his final timeout here. It's going to be 3rd down upcoming. If you want to place a bet on who's going to be our Weidman's player of the game tonight, I think it's pretty safe to say 26 has got that.
I was going to say, we can go ahead and make that call right now.
Yeah. So 1:47 to go in the football game. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up. I would say Tyler Brown, 20-plus tackles tonight, fumble recovery. Well, he's got a couple of touchdowns here tonight. And, man, what a night for Tyler Brown. But, man, you'd love to see a win go along with that. But if it's going to happen, Lamar's got to get a stop right here. But the only problem is, Drew, if you get a stop here,
you're out of timeouts.
Well, and the clock can bleed.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, if we get a stop right here, with 1:47 left to go, we should probably be punting close, give or take a few seconds, around about 1 minute left to go in the ball game.
So literally, the Raiders would get the ball back if all goes to plan. And you get the stop, you'd probably get it back with maybe 45 to 50 seconds, if that.
That's right.
If all works out. But you got to get the stop right here. 3rd down, and I think it's going to be about 4.5 to 5 right here. They're going to hand it off here to Mullins, and Mullins will be stopped for only a yard gain as Morrow comes in there. Now, the Raiders cannot stop the clock, so it's going to be 4th down and about 3.5 to 4 here with the line of scrimmage at the Starkville 43-yard line. So the clock is running.
Yeah, it's going to be right about 1 minute about 1 minute left to go in the game clock before they punt the ball away.
And Chase Nicholson is standing right next to one of the officials down here in front of us. Of course, the play clock is now, Drew, I've got it at 10 seconds on the play clock.
Well, I mean, this is smart coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's by Coach Chase Nicholson, and he's going to call a timeout with 1 minute left to go in the game.
1 second. He will burn the timeout there, and that will stop the game clock here at 1 minute and a second. So 1:01 left on the game clock. So it'll be 4th down and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 yards to go.
From a Lamar standpoint, you get your best punt block play out there right now. You pull it out.
If this is the time for it to happen, it's right now.
You don't even put anybody back. This really makes no sense in it. You got to get some heat on the punter right here and try to block this punt.
All right, the Starkville Academy Volunteers are already out there, and Miller. I don't see their punter, Drew. I do not see Miller, their punter, out there.
There's no way.
I'm just telling you, I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and Miller's not out. Their kicker is not on the field. You've got the other quarterback out there, that being Sam Wall is at quarterback, and Mullins is the tailback.
Are you kidding?
They're going.
I bet you they're going to try to draw us off sides.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying a hard count right here, and if I'm the Lamar staff, I would be yelling, hold your water. And they're going to burn a timeout. Yeah. So that's what they tried to do. I would say they're not that crazy.
If they snap that ball, I may fall out of this press box. I mean, there's no way. I mean,
so Starkville will take their second of their 3 timeouts. So it'll be 4th down and 4 upcoming, and I'm pretty sure we'll see Miller and the punt team now come out onto the field. We think, yeah, Miller is going back out there now to punt. Well, like you said, if you're going to have your best punt block play in the book, it comes right here. Trotter is moving back to receive, though, Drew. Well, he's your best playmaker. If he was to catch it, they're going to send Willis back there, too. So, you know what? Trotter hasn't touched the ball a whole lot tonight. Does he have a little magic in him right here? But obviously you know what Starkville is going to do. They're going to try to angle this thing anywhere they can away from him.
Well, I'm wondering.
Well, they're going to put 2 returners back there. Willis is going to go to one side.
We may be lining up some trickery here. Keep an eye on this.
This is a play they may have drawn up in practice at some point in special teams, so they will be punting the football. But you know we're coming with heat right here to try to block this thing. On 4th and 4,
look where.
Miller to punt it back here at the 30, and he will kick it away. It's a line drive kick that will bounce. The Raiders will return it with Willis. Raiders trying to lay some blocks on this, and Willis is still on his feet. He's still on his feet around the 30, and he's around the 35-40, and he will be taken out of bounds somewhere up near the 45 in Raider territory. No penalty markers down. With 42 seconds remaining, you're out of timeouts, and now you've given yourself a chance.
Yep, that's it. With that big punt return right there, you've got the ball spotted at your own 45-yard line with 42 seconds. You've given yourself an opportunity, but if nothing else, get in a position to heave one into the end zone late.
Starkville 28, Lamar 20. Raiders' last possession of the evening. And they're coming. They're going to sack him. They sack Sully. I mean, they're just bringing all-out blitzes right now. And Sully sacked back at the Lamar 35, and that kills because that's a 10-yard loss, and the clock is leaking away on you.
I mean, it's just a killer.
Play action fake. Sully's just going to have to sling it down the field if he can. He will sling it down the field toward Jalen Trotter, and it's going to be intercepted. It'll be intercepted.
They were absolutely mugged our wide receiver. I don't know why they didn't call the flag. There was no.
Jackson Whitcomb's upset at the back judge as well.
I mean, absolutely mugged him, but they.
The Jacob Land's upset about it, and man.
That's awful, but it
is what it is. But you can't rely on a penalty to save the day right there.
No, not at all. Like I said, but anyway.
12 seconds to go. A knee will go down. Lamar will lose back-to-back football games.
Well, it's a shame. We had an opportunity late in the ball game, after we had cut it to 28-20, and we just couldn't take advantage of a late turnover by Starkville. And Starkville, we ended up turning the ball over ourselves a couple plays later, and that pretty much, for all intents and purposes, that was the ball game.
Well, now Matthew Whiting, defensive coordinator, is out past the numbers. I think the Raiders staff is pretty irate on that no PI call over there. And I think Jacob's just getting his money's worth. And obviously the game is academic, and I think this is just obviously a lot of frustration that Jacob is just kind of airing out right here. Over here past the numbers at the 40-yard line. So Now a late penalty flag is going to come in as
All right, guys, that's enough.
It's kind of getting to that point now where we know the game is over with. I know there's a lot of frustration going on here, and we had a flag-filled first quarter, and I think Jacob obviously is pretty upset at the back judge. And like you said, Drew, you got a better look at it than I did.
Yeah, I mean,
from the angle.
I mean, they tackled. Trotter. I mean, they tackled him. It should have been a call. I get the frustration, but they said that the official, and of course Lamar's going to be tagged with not one but two unsportsmanlike fouls here, to end the ball game. It doesn't matter. I mean, you don't want to end the game like this.
Yeah. And of course, Mikael Willis is back here fussing at the back judge. Now they're tacking more 15 yards on here. The game is pretty much academic at this point, and
yeah, just take a knee and let's get out of here. I mean, they're upset because Jalen Trotter, I mean, like I said, on the deep pass, I mean, absolutely, I mean, got almost borderline tackled, and they didn't make the call, and that's because that's caused a lot of frustration here to end the game.
So the knee goes down, and Starkville Academy will defeat the Lamar Raiders by a final score of 28-20. So a lot of frustration for the Raiders as they wrap up the road trip of the last 3 weeks, as they will lose back-to-back football games for the first time this season, as they will take a loss here tonight at Starkville Academy, 28-20. We'll come back and wrap up this ball game here tonight, get you set for next week, as Lamar falls here tonight 28-20. We'll pay off the rest of our sponsors and back with Postgame next here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Broadcast booth as we get ready to put a bow on this football game here tonight, and a tough road trip here tonight to North Mississippi as Lamar falls to Starkville Academy 28-20, a spirited, hard-hitting football game that comes up just a little bit short for the Raiders here tonight, as Lamar will now fall to 6-3 overall, and Starkville will improve to 6-2. Now, I do want to reiterate to folks out there, obviously this is a district football game that you just dropped, but remember, remember going forward here, this new format that we're all getting used to this season with Division I, Division II, and Division III. PowerPoints, I don't know what to tell you about the formula, but the Raiders still have things in front of them. This is a tough way to go back home tonight, down 45, losing by 8 points, 28-20. but the Raiders still have their season in their hands.
Sure.
And the good thing about it is we're done with road games. Everything's going to be at Gray Cobb Field from here on out. The last 2 ball games, Winston next week and then Heritage. And the Heritage Starkville game, they play each other next week here at Starkville. That's a big game that we'll be watching next week. But, Drew, there's still season in front of Lamar as they control their own destiny of where they're going to land.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, this is like I said. I mean, Lamar is clearly in the thick of things from a playoff standpoint, and it just we knew this was going to be one of these types of games.
Yeah,
I mean, we knew it was going to come down to the wire. And that's exactly what it came to tonight. After Lamar got down 28-14, we went right down the field, got it 28-20, scored quickly. We got a turnover, with about a minute. I think it was about a minute 50 left to go in the ball game after a 17-yard pass. Got it back after the turnover. Got it to the Starkville 23-yard line, getting ready to score, and then it was just that kind of night. We just couldn't get over the hump. We would make a positive play, and then we would have a mess up, right afterward. We just couldn't quite get over the hump here tonight. But I thought the big key for me personally in the second half, the third and the fourth quarters, the inability defensively to get off the field.
Yeah, the big 3rd and 13 was a huge play in this ball game.
We just could not get that play, to get off the field, and unfortunately that to me that was a big difference of tonight's ball game. We poured everything we had, our heart out on this field tonight. We just didn't get it done.
Well, no doubt in my mind who the Weidman's player of the game is here tonight. And we said it during the late stages of the fourth quarter. Tyler Brown. Bottom line, folks, we've seen a lot of individual performances on our broadcast throughout the years, but I've never seen a young man fight as hard as he did here tonight on both sides of the football. I mean, easily 20 tackles, I would think tonight, close to that. Offensively running the football, running folks over. I mean, it seems like every time I looked up, 26 was somewhere around the play tonight. So no doubt in my mind, your Weidman's player of the game is once again Tyler Brown. I mean, just you college coaches out there, you're missing a jewel here in Tyler Brown. He's built like a Greek god. I don't care if you think he's undersized or not, but he's got the heart of a warrior, and he plays the game hard and physical, and he is a find for somebody out there. That's my pitch to you coaches out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. Like I said, that was probably one of the easier player of the game choices, Weidman player.
Biggest slam dunk of all time.
Here tonight. But, Lamar, unfortunately, folks, drops a heartbreaker tonight here in Tibaha County to Starkville Academy. And but you know what? Like Rob said a minute ago, it's not all is lost. I mean,
no, we got. There's things to come, folks.
Right.
The world is not ending tonight.
No.
Okay. If it is, get your affairs in order first of all.
Sure.
But just saying. But you got Winston next week.
That's right.
Obviously, that game's not going to help you a whole lot in power points, just because you're playing a team lower in classification. But it's a ball game that we will be favored in, but it's a game that we can clean some things up in and get our confidence back, because this is the biggest adversity of the year, losing back-to-back.
Yeah,
Lamar's not had this year.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, because now as you said, you're right. This is the first time for Lamar, back-to-back losses now. First time, big-time adversity this year. How will we respond?
Absolutely.
And that's the question.
Well, the good news is we're at home next week against Winston Academy. Our broadcast time will be at 6 o'clock from the berm on the East Mississippi Orland Facial Surgery Tailgate Show, the Jacob Land Show at 6:30, and then kickoff at 7. Reminder, we'll bring these notes up again here in the postgame. Monday night, no coaches show at Mugshots with Jacob Land because of the volleyball playoffs. They will be over at Mississippi College taking on MRA. Folks, go over there and support the volleyball team Monday as they look for another state championship. So no coaches show Monday night at Mugshots, but volleyball playoffs next week. And, of course, don't forget about the $10,000 drawdown out at Northwood Country Club next Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and you can purchase your tickets from the Booster Club or through the school office there at Lamar. And, folks, that's a big fundraiser. Pack it in there and support the athletic department. But, Drew, any final words before we head back home?
I like what I see on the field right now. Coach Jacob Land has got our team captains, our leadership captains. They're talking to all four of them on the field right now together.
That's good.
And I like that. And like I said, again, I thought that at times, like I said, Lamar, we had some opportunities tonight. We did not execute when we needed to at certain times of the ball game. We couldn't get that. We couldn't get over the hump tonight.
Yeah, just couldn't do it.
But Lamar, we poured it all on the field. We left it on the field, and we got to come. We got to be mentally ready to go next week, and we will.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap up our broadcast. One more big thanks to Burns & Burns, Mattress Express, Will Sweat Alpha Insurance, David Neal's Express Pharmacy, Citizens National Bank, Teal New Animal Hospital, Snowden & Company Real Estate, Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock, Trey Cross Agency, Wideman's East Mississippi Oral and Facial, All-Star Team Sports, Van Zyverden, and Insurance Advisory Group. Folks, that's going to wrap up our broadcast. Final score here tonight from North Mississippi, Starkville Academy 28 and your Lamar Raiders 20. We'll talk to you next Friday night. Of course, don't forget to be safe out there on the highways and byways this weekend. And, of course, most importantly, on Sunday, choose the church of your choice. Big thanks to Marcus back at the station for producing another fine ball game. Final score, Starkville Academy 28, Lamar 20. We'll talk to you again next Friday night from Gray Cobb Field.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll be against Winston next Friday night. And we'll talk to you then right here on 97 OKK.